to Fans Club Live. This is Fans Club Live. Welcome to. This is Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to. This is Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. We're a couple melodramatic guys, troll each other over fanfare. Everything is not high fives. At last, it's not scripted. No set cast. Do you spit facts or trash? You can get muted or booted. You might even get called out or have to sit on the couch, not because of doubt, but for lacking knowledge of your team. Clash of the Fans Club, that's a touchy segment, but the theme is to test your knowledge over live stream. Fan club debaters, even the moderator can be perceived as a moderate hater. An hour or two later with football, basketball, and music, aficionados, as we profess the athletic bravado of your favorite you want to see thrive. Even with gamers playing head-to-head live. Some of our basis to be haters is bias. Out of sheer alliance of our teams we want to see thrive. Let's see if you can survive the cinematic theatrics of Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. This is Fans Club Live. Welcome to this is Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to this is Fans Club Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? Hope all is well. Yes, you're not getting this by mistake. Fans Club Live show for the fans, by the fans. Our live sports talk podcast is back in the building. We've had a lot going on. Let me bring some of the panel on that's already popping in. Hopefully they are on camera. Hopefully they ready to go. What's going on, gentlemen? Hope y'all are good. If you mute you, it's only because of the background. But go ahead, David. What's going on?
Welcome back, cuz. Thank you for having me on again, man. Glad we could do this, and we're doing this right at the right time of the season, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For those that don't know, this is Fans Club Live show for the fans, by the fans, and the NFL season. Look, we didn't matter. We had all along. While we in between all that, we still got a sports show to do. So we're back in the building with actual sports talk. Mark, your audio is crazy. What's going on, my brother? How you doing? Rich,
it's kicking me out.
All right, come back if you can, but you in here right now. You good. Just turn your volume down a little bit if you need to. What up, Rich? What's up,
What's good, man? I'm happy to be back.
Listen, man, we back in the building. Listen, we already know what it is. NFL season is upon us. We're not going to hesitate at all. We're going to get to our breaking news first before we let y'all do a deep dive into your teams. We got to get into the breaking news first. Breaking news. Pro Bowl is permanently canceled. That's right. The NFL says it's a Reynolds wrap on that. No more All-Star game. No more skills test. No more nothing. They said no more wasting money on a dead product. David, you broke the news before the news got broken. I don't know who you connected to. I hadn't even put it out yet, and you was already telling us early on today. Talk to me, my brother. Is this the right move? Is it about time? And what, if anything, should replace it? What is the thought process? I need you to put on your executive NFL hat and let me know, man.
It was a long time coming. The actual game just got worse and worse and worse every year. So you could look at these young players and what they were not bringing to the table. Back to the players when we were growing up, Jerry Rice and them out there giving it their absolute all. These young guys worried about their health, which they should be. But the game got so watered down that it actually became meaningless. It wasn't for us over the last 5 years. Actually, over the last 10 years. I'll say the last 5 because the last 5 Pro Bowls was really hard to watch. It just became a watered down game of flag football. If you're out there playing flag football, don't play at all.
Listen, flag football with professional sports is just crazy. I'd rather watch the young high school kids, the college kids. It just was weird seeing it. I get it. You don't want to get hurt, but I get it. What you think really prompted this? Loss of revenue, television? I think you might have touched on it, but give me a little more in depth before I go to Mark and Rich and all of that as we go around on this discussion. Hot news first, and then we let y'all deep dive and get into your teams. We got to touch on what's the latest. Go ahead, David. Add some more context, please.
I tell you first, at the meeting that they had today, and the meeting covered so much more. But just on the topic of the Pro Bowl, the Players Association and the league came together on this vote. It was a joint vote, and the players actually agreed with it. It's just watered down. It's a waste of time. The players still get their Pro Bowl recognition. They're gonna still vote 88 people as Pro Bowlers. So the league won't be able to take that away from them and say, okay, you wasn't voted a Pro Bowler this year, so we don't have to pay you extra money down the line. That's the one thing out of that whole meeting that I was trying to see, because you know these greedy owners, when it come time to do negotiations, if they don't have that leverage that hey, this player was considered a Pro Bowl player,
Yeah.
the league can easily say, oh well, we don't care about your numbers. You weren't an All Pro and a Pro Bowler because the Pro Bowl doesn't exist anymore. So them and the union came together and said, no, we're not going to do that because that's leverage for the players. But the game was just unwatchable the last 5 years easily. You can go back further than that. As far as replacement, they just have to look at some of the things that they were doing
Mhm.
in their early, I mean, the late 80s and 90s when they had the quarterbacks out there throwing to see who could throw it the farthest, when they was out there doing who's the fastest man in the NFL, because right now that would be something we all want to see. If you just look around the talent of the NFL,
Mhm.
they can still do those type of events and have a Pro Bowl weekend that would still draw revenue, because everybody wants to see if a guy like Milton from the Cowboys can really throw the ball 80 yards downfield, which I believe he can. You can still have those things, but as far as the game, just leave it alone. It's been dead. You didn't killed off that cancer. Just leave it alone. February, have a skills competition. You can now, because it's just a skills competition and you still want to try and get some revenue from it, you
Mhm.
can really move it into any city that you want now. You can treat it as a precursor for the draft. Get the skills competition will be in February. The draft will be in April. So you can send a city like Green Bay or Chicago, who's ever doing the next draft, double love that year as long as you get the scheduling right. But as far as the game, just leave it alone. It has not been a game in 10 years.
Excellent, excellent. David, hold it down for me. Do what you got. What we talked about. Rich, it's on you, sir. Give us your insight into that. Mark your next. Keep that rolling, David. You already know. I'll be right back in a second as I pop off. David, hold it down. Go ahead, Rich.
Got you.
Yo, I'm thinking since that Sean Taylor hit when he hit the punter or kicker, I think the punter laid him out, and all the players was looking at him, looking crazy, like how come you doing that in the Pro Bowl? But I really believe that you should keep it, but don't call it the Pro Bowl. Call it somebody trying to get back in the NFL. You got a lot of players that's playing in Canada, playing around the world, even guys on the bench or constantly getting cut. These guys are hungry. So you name it something else, because the NFL try to give whoever won the game, gave them more money to make sure that the game was played a lot better. But the players was refusing to really lay down the line, lay it out there, because they didn't want to get hurt. It wasn't worth it. So you gotta give it to the players that are hungry, that want to make a team, that want to start on the team and come back to the NFL, and give it to those type of players and call it whatever you want to call it. Come back or whatever. I don't know, but call it something. But you need to give it to players that are hungry to play the game. Even coaches that's out of coaching, because a lot of the coaching is not the same. So you go find those players that really want to play at the end of the playoffs, and give the fan base something to look at. That's what I believe.
So are you talking like a rising challenge game, like maybe the rookies and second year players, or are you talking a guy who's been retired for 3 years? Because that can be a difference between the type of revenue that you're going to bring in if that's the case.
Well, the fan base wants to see football, and I guess they got tired of seeing that type of football being played, knowing that these are NFL players, and now you have some flag football well, one flag football team going out there playing against the NFL team, and out there doing some crazy stuff, and people just want to be entertained and really want to see something worth looking at. They just hate looking at something that players are jogging, walking, laughing, playing, hugging. People don't want to see that. People want to see football. So even if it's not any really good rookies, but rookies that's on the cut of being cut the next year. Players who was injured and now they're back and nobody's really giving them a look. Players that's probably been out of the league 1 or 2 years that want to come back. All those type of players now during the season, you get a good coaching staff that's even out of the league or somewhere and start building that before the playoff game. Don't wait till the last game of the season and then put something out there. It's going to take about 3 weeks to put out there. You need something out there that you need a good 3 or 4 months practicing, and they're out there playing. And I guarantee you, if people see football, they would tune in. If they see anything, boxing, anything that just show two competitors out there and they're really out there fighting, people will tune in. But they just hate to see something that looks like it was staged, something that nobody really wants to play. And when you do that, the fan base don't want to do that. They don't want to look at it. And the only one that was benefiting was the owners, because this time they don't even have to pay them. It's the league that got to pay these players, just like the playoffs. The owners don't pay anymore. It's the NFL that has to pay. So it's just like some type of big dues that every team got to put in. And once the playoffs start, it's the NFL who's paying. And like when they want the big chunk of the commercials and this and that. So when the playoffs start, it's the NFL who's paying. The Super Bowls is the NFL who's paying. The Super Bowl rings is the NFL who's paying. So it's not the owners anymore. The owners only pay during camp, preseason, and then NFL games. But once the playoffs start, once the Super Bowl start, it's the NFL. So the NFL should really put their money out there to get a good product out there for the teams to watch. And you could get them from different parts of the country, different parts of the state, and go out there and put out something that people want to watch.
Now that notion sounds good, but the only thing that I think would be a hindrance on it is it's called the Pro Bowl because you're selecting the best of the best to attend the Pro Bowl. So if you don't give me the best of the best, then you're gonna turn around and say, "Oh well, I'm giving you a guy who's been out of the league 3 years, but he's fighting his way back." Is that really a Pro Bowl, Rich?
No, but see the thing, and you hit it right on the money. Go out there, give the quarterback challenge. Go out there, give the fastest guy. Go out there and just do different competitions, but real good competition, not no joking and playing around. A good competition that people used to love to sit down and watch, and let it lead up to that game on Sunday or Saturday. Well, Sunday, because Saturday more than likely probably be a college game. So that Sunday, so something going on that whole Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and fastest running back, fastest wide receiver, the fastest NFL player, the fastest player, the best quarterback. Makes do some type of drills for the skill guys on defense. I don't know what it is, but maybe there's a competition where the quarterback has like a 5-on-5 with wide receivers and the quarterback, and if the defensive player could shut down certain running backs and certain wide receivers. I mean, just different things that you could do that is happening in football all the time, from the youth all the way down to high school and college, that all these guys do all the time. And if you go to any camp, you're always out there watching it. So something like that you put together, and then now you put a comeback game or comeback player game, and then let the fan base be involved too by voting who should get a second shot back in the NFL, and maybe vote again on which team you want them on to try out for and stuff like. But yeah, you got to get the fan base involved, and the way you do that is that you have them involved with everybody got a smartphone. You keep on clicking on the name that you like. You keep on hitting that. Oh yeah, I like what I see was coming at it, and then at the end of the game, just see who the fan base voted the best player that day, and who the NFL should give a shot to.
So this is coming from Aaron, our brother, who's handling his business right now. Not going to be here with us on screen, but he's definitely going to be out there with his comments. And Aaron was quick to shout out and say that he thinks that the Pro Bowl will be back in 3 to 4 years after they're finished with the rule changes. I don't see that happening, only because if they're going to give that lackluster performance, it's going to
It's gonna get
not
worse and
carry
worse.
over. Where I don't think we want to revert back to what we've seen over the last couple of years,
Yeah.
but hopefully they can come back and really be a game the way it was when we was growing up. The Pro Bowl when we was growing up was a real game. There was real hitting. There was real pride, and these guys going out there and doing that. And to me, it was just like so enjoyable to watch because you're watching the best of the best. You just wasn't out there watching a flag football game. Um, with that being said, Rich, we're not going to jump too far into the next conversation. I'm trying to see if Mark is back yet. Mark, are you with us, brother? No, so Mark is not with us yet. So once he jumps on, we'll get his insight to that. Me and you are both Raider fans. So
Yes.
we're going to talk about the upcoming season and what it all pertains. Since we are the only Raider fans in here, we don't want to make this a bias show. What I
Why
would like
not?
to do, I would like for you to do is just give me a quick breakdown of the divisions and the division winners. We'll start with that NFC East. Used to be the NFC least, but now you got the Giants on the rise. You got the Cowboys reloaded. You got the Commanders not dealing with injuries and fixing their defense. Who out of that division? Oh, and then you have the Philadelphia Eagles. We almost forgot about them. No more drama, no more AJ Brown. Reloaded receiving core, same great defense. Who out of that division is gonna go ahead and win that division, and why, Rich?
On paper, it looks like it should be automatic Philly. But man, the Cowboys are flashing in preseason. They got these rookies, they got these young bucks out there doing their thing. 55, I don't know this dude's name, but
Balmar, yes. Balmar, the middle linebacker.
yes, he is going crazy. And then you got Caleb Williams. No, Caleb Downs, the safety that's not really performing, but every time you show he's up against CD Lamb and Pickens and Camp, he's out there shutting them down, and they're out there and then most of all they just out there having fun. So with the Cowboys, the thing that hurts the Cowboys is the quarterback. So if Dak can stay healthy, the Cowboys looks like they got their defense back. I don't know about the old man defensive end that he's just a name now. But if he could turn it on when they really need him to in the fourth quarter to do something when they really need it, the Cowboys are the team this year. Usually, I always say that the Cowboys does a lot of noise in preseason, but then when the season start, maybe the first 2 weeks, and for whatever reason, I don't know who Jerry Jones knows, but why is it the Cowboys got the Giants every year? First game of the year. Give the Cowboys Philly, give them some competition, and let's see if the Cowboys are for real the first game of the year. Give them the Rams, give them San Fran, give them a really good team. Then this way we can measure them right away because the Cowboy fans have a fantastic preseason. Then they go up against the Giants. They look like beasts in a monster. And then when they go out there and face teams just as good as them or good, Cowboys fade away. So I believe that the NFL is doing nothing but hurting the Cowboys. Give them competition their first week, and let's see where they at. I'm thinking this year finally it's the Cowboys. Um, Washington is sneaking up, doing some little sneaky stuff. So if the defense can hold up, they got a quarterback, they got some wide receivers. They even snuck and got Diggs out there. So if Washington's defense could show up, um, we'll see what's going on with that. Philly, the drama's gone with AJ gone, so he ain't got to scream about his numbers and his catches. And then the Giants on paper again, a lot of names, but we don't know how the coaching staff is going to do. But finally, they got a good coaching staff, so now the Giants doesn't have no more excuses. So the only excuse they got is one of their quarterbacks get laid out because Dart got laid out against who's that? Minnesota. Who did he get hurt against? He had a concussion.
Well, it was a perceived concussion. They didn't. You're talking about the second preseason game against the Vikings. It was a perceived
Oh, so
concussion
it
where
was
Tyrone Tracy missed a blocking assignment and he missed it bad.
wow.
So you had the Cowboys finishing first, Washington finishing second, Eagles finishing third, and the Giants being competitive but finishing last.
That sounds about right.
Out of those teams, how many of them are going to make the playoffs, in your opinion?
Maybe two. Maybe some way, somehow, Philly wakes up during midseason and they finally get together because now uh he's starting to figure out because Philly got a lot of small wide receivers, and that's where AJ came in. AJ was a big wide receiver that and plus the tight end, but now they got some little skinny wide receivers that I don't know if they could handle the pressure. So, and then the Cowboys, man. So I could see Philly and the Cowboys in the playoffs. Finally, the Cowboys makes the playoffs. Now, whether they're one game playoff hit, I don't know, but at least they make it this year. Uh, Washington, depending on injuries. If injuries creep up on them, then yeah, they'll be done. Giants are gonna be the Giants, all these Giant fans, leave me alone. Don't blame me, blame your team. Um, um, Giants gonna be the Giants, but if that coaching staff finally does what he did in Baltimore, going taking them to the playoffs every year, they're going to be a beast. So there's a potential the Giants are a quarterback and running back away from being on the charts again. So right now, Dart looks great, but he ain't great for the Giants. So once the Giants get a quarterback and a running back, watch Cowboys and Philly. Watch out because the Giants are slowly building a team.
And I agree with your assessment. I don't agree with your order, but I definitely agree with your assessment on the Giants. I'm going to say something about these small receivers that everybody, even the Philadelphia Eagles fans, are saying. They're saying, oh, we don't have that big body receiver. Well, guess what? When Jalen Hurts was at Alabama, what he was out there throwing to? A whole bunch of 5'10", 5'11", speed demon wide receivers. I think they're going to tailor that offense a lot closer to what he had to deal with in Alabama, a lot closer to what he had to deal with his last year at Oklahoma. And I think the Eagles' offense is going to be great. On the flip side of that, I think the Eagles lost some interesting pieces on their defense.
Yes.
When you lose Blankenship and he fits your system perfectly, when you lose both your edge rushers and you don't properly replace them, you lose your middle linebacker and you're trying to hope that either Trotter Jr. or somebody else could come in there and replace him. I think the Eagles, for the first time, their defense is going to fall back in line. I'm not saying I have them finishing in last place. We all kind of know either the Giants or the Redskins, unfortunately, are going to finish in last place. But I think the Eagles are going to take a step back. And that NFC, we can't even call it the least anymore. We have to call it the NFC beast because all four of those teams look like beasts. The Giants look like beasts on paper. As far as the Cowboys, offense is loaded. Like I said, the linebacker from Michigan flying all over the place. Caleb Downs is going to definitely get into his. Is definitely going to get into his role.
Yeah.
I keep telling everybody one of the surprise pickups, Jalen Thompson over from Arizona, is going to make a huge difference. I loved him in Arizona, bad defense. Now he gets to go and play in a good defense with an up-and-coming defensive coordinator. Only thing I'm scared about in Dallas is depth. Dallas does not look like a naturally deep team where normally you think about Dallas, they got backup offensive linemen who could be starters in the NFL. They're all gone. Their defensive line, quality starters like Sam Williams or Houston might be gone just in the 53-man cut that's getting ready to come up because they went out and signed Von Miller, because they went out and still retained Kenny Clark, because they got Quentin Williams. You can only keep so many defensive linemen. And then injuries start to happen, not as deep as they normally are. Linebacking core, definitely not deep. Corners, definitely not deep. Dallas is 3 or 4 early injuries away from being a real bad team because this is the first time I have not seen Dallas deep. I used to think like Huffman, the offensive tackle that they had for the last 3 years, he's gone. He's now starting, which he would have been a starter for any team. He's now gone. So if the injury bugs start to hit Dallas, they might be in trouble.
I can promise.
Go ahead, go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
I can promise you, if Mark heard that and was able to get on here, he would.
Oh yeah,
he heard it, but he's going crazy right now.
Hey, Mike, I did it. I know, Mark. I got you. I'm with you, Mark. I'm with you.
Mark gonna throw off everybody that they have in training camp. But as far as the talent depth, this Dallas team does. Starters, yes, they might have the best starting set in the NFC East on offense. On defense, they're right there. They weren't right there last year, but the depth behind those pieces, you could even look at running back. Like none of those running backs are proven other than Javonte Williams.
I will say this: Blue looks like he is ready to break out. Every time I've seen him, he's displayed a second gear. Mind you, it's in shorts and t-shirts, but now the preseason going here, have you seen anything from him that looks like he might take some of them carries away from Williams?
But we saw the same thing last year, and we thought, he's going to emerge sometime during the season. Mm-hmm. Then it came to, he's not good at pass blocking. He's not the receiver out of the backfield, we thought. And he didn't even see the field a whole lot. So you can't go off of preseason until they're actually playing the games. That's the same thing we did with Blue last year, where we overhyped him because I thought personally Blue was going to take the carries away from Javonte. And it never happened.
Look, I got a couple of comments that's coming in. Steve, who's on here, appreciate you, Steve, for jumping on while I was trying to get situated. He says, I got to get off. It is for the best because it hurts listening to David's bad NFL takes and predictions.
I didn't even give a prediction. I'm just breaking down the NFC East. I'm actually giving roses to everybody in the NFC East. I don't think it's a bad team in the NFC East this year.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. In terms of a little rebuttal to your Giant take, I feel like they are setting OBJ up. They're not trying to use it really. I would like for them to utilize him. I feel like he's still got a lot of gas in the tank, and they got a lot of unproven receivers outside of Neighbors. I feel like literally he could get him a nice little spark if they would get him on the field. Because if you do the math, let's do the math. Football fans that know football, he is not an old man, contrary to popular belief. He's fairly healthy now because he's had a chance for years to kind of be healthy. So my thought process is, if you get him on the field at your second, let's say second or third receiver, most teams' cornerback at that position's not going to be able to cover OBJ. He got too much experience, and you can see, he can still run some routes. So I feel like if you get him in, let Neighbors do what Neighbors is going to do. You got, I think he should be probably the second receiver if Slayton doesn't end up taking it, which he might get it. He probably is slotted at that second. But I would say if you throw OBJ at the third for the Giants, which is crazy. I mean, we talk about the Giants. I feel like that gives them an advantage against a third or fourth corner that would be covering him. He'd give them problems. So not saying he's going to have 1,000 yards, but they got to stop playing it. It look like he may not even make the roster the way they barely giving him the ball. That's my take. Giants, y'all welcome. We don't cover y'all a lot. Go ahead,
Hey.
then Rich, chime in at any point. I know if it ain't Raiders will die. I know. Go ahead, David.
The Beckham story is a feel-good story. I'm hoping that he does make the roster, but the Giants got Malachi Phillips. They got Slayton. They got Burrows that they're going to need as a kick returner. You have to be more diverse than just, I'm OBJ and I can play the X, because they have other pieces that they have to get on the field. Truth be told, and break glass in case of emergency, they got Tyrone, the running back. They have the Tyrone, what the heck is his name? He was just a starter the last 2 years.
You talking about Tracy?
Tracy, who is Tracy, who is a running back wide receiver. So he might be losing some of his carries. It's easy.
He might get cut.
I don't think he's gonna get cut. He might.
So
He might be losing some of his carries, but if they need to go to a 4-5 receiver set, he's a little faster than OBJ. That's gonna be the thing. Like, being out of football a year and a half, you're not the same person that you was 3 years ago. You're not. Your speed is diminished. Like, I'm hoping he makes the team, and if he doesn't, the silver and black can use you. Definitely. Come on out. Yeah, come on out to Vegas.
Hey, Steve, y'all go ahead and release Jalen Hyatt so he can get OBJ his 13 and look. I think the kid got talent, but he just don't get utilized, y'all. And like you said, Malachi Fields looks like a really big receiver.
Yes.
I was like, yo, he looks rich. Fantasy, no, I mean maybe not, but I'm saying that's a big reach. But he looked like he might be seeing the field a lot, like you said. All right, so I'm assuming you guys in my absence you didn't cover. You clearly covered the Pro Bowl. Did you cover one of the hottest takes with my Niners and the ugliness that went on with our owner, or you avoided that?
No, I just stayed.
Last.
Yeah, we just swapped over to the NFC East. I was waiting for you to come back so you could go ahead and run your show.
Got you. So we'll circle back because I want you guys to be able to defend your turf in regards to your own team. So we're going to come to that portion. I want to kind of set y'all up. In the meantime, I'm going to read some of the comments that came in that you may not have seen, which might have been tied to whatever y'all were talking about. I want to read Ace comment. Ace says, I think they're going to bring it back within the next 3 or 4 years after the rule changes in the real game. This is in regards to the Pro Bowl. So I'm sure y'all touched on that bad boy overall, but he wanted to give his response and some feedback into that. And then he also commented and said, I agree, David. At least they have the skills test. At least they have that. I don't know what that's going to look like. You know, Rich, you a coach. You coach football in real life. Are you looking forward to the NFL doing, high school skills? I don't know. We don't even know. But at this time, they got to do something to drive the fans. The Big Three is good with their creativeness for basketball. NBA, we already know that All-Star game is a sellout every time. People love that. Dunk contest is diminishing a little bit. But NFL just hasn't quite yet tapped into that with the Pro Bowl. Not to recap, but just want to make sure that we close the loop on that as we move forward. Marlo says, what's up? And as I get ready to transition into a big topic, that's because for a brief moment, we got to get on our hot topics and talk about it. Gentlemen, and I know y'all can't wait to talk about it and blow my team up, but what is going on, man, with my guy, with our owner getting caught and the little scandal that he got caught in? What's going on with that? Y'all talk to me. Let me know, man. What is the penalty that an owner faces, and will there be a little out of sight, out of mind? Rich, I'll go to you first since David started. What is your take, sir, with the Jed York situation? If you're not familiar, let me know. Unfortunately, I know about it to let you know. Give me your take in regards to that.
I don't know, but if you think about it, a couple of years ago when New England's owner got caught, and it fades away. If you stop talking about it, it fades away. And that's what the NFL is great at doing. They just leave the topic alone and let it fade away. So I don't know what it is that he did, but I know right now the NFL is mad at you for bringing it up. Like, stop it, leave it alone. But what happened? I don't know what happened.
I'll let you know right now. So on the bottom of the ticker right there, the scandal that's been allegedly reported, it might not be allegedly because they got proof on video. But 49ers owner Jed York faces NFL investigation after being arrested in Ohio, where he owns property, for paying $140 to an undercover prostitution sting. He came out there 140 trying to, head out and get up in there and get up out of there. And lo and behold, there was a sting that was going on, sting operation. Like Rich says, David, Rich, and Steve, it does sound fairly familiar to a certain guy that we know, certain owner in New England who got caught in a sting of his own that disappeared randomly out of nowhere. The question is, we've seen that, Watson still gets a lot of heat for his massage stuff. Kraft disappeared. Is there a different scale when it comes to the Billionaires Club? David, I'll let you chime in. What up, sir? And Rich, let me get a finger and I'll come to you. Go ahead, David.
100%. Like the NFL is gonna let them talk about it. Goodell is gonna go in there and say, "Oh, we're gonna handle this, blah blah blah." It might be a little fine of some amount that's not gonna mean nothing to him as a billionaire. And then the story will blow over by the time week 3 is here. So he has a month to listen to people yapping and what should happen. Oh, the Niners should use draft picks. Oh, he should sell the team. We're gonna hear all that for exactly 29 more days, and then we won't hear anything else about it.
I don't even give it 29. I give it next week. We won't even. I'm telling you what, it won't even be a conversation. Look. They asking John Lynch, they're asking Kyle Shanahan their thoughts, and they're like, it's a personal matter. We know his wife. We're not gonna add to it. What you gonna say about your boss? Really? Like, you really asking them to be like, yeah, you're an idiot. That was stupid. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get a genuine reaction or a genuine response to what we want to say, except for the fans and those former NFL players that's bold enough to speak on it. But Rich, what say you, sir? As I go to Mark, if his audio good, and Rich, Steve, if he's still there. Go ahead, Rich.
Listen, these are grown men. As long as he's not out there with underage kids, I'm good with that. The NFL should just mind their business. NFL should just mind their business, let it go, and if anybody gonna handle that, let his wife handle that. That has nothing to do with the NFL. Has nothing. Even the police department. How dare you set people up like this? You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean. And the thing too is that if you're an owner of a team, you really don't have to do that. You really don't have to. If you got to go pay to do that, I believe that it's something that you didn't want in a relationship. You just wanted a quick night, and if you got to pay for it and you got caught doing it, then it was something that's going to be a quickie. Didn't want no ties to the person, didn't want a relationship. You wanted to be in and out of Ohio, and that was it. But some other stuff happened, but again, these are adults. Let them do adult things, and hey, next time you need to bring your wife with you.
Listen, that way he would have got in trouble. So allegedly, I think he owns property in Ohio, or whatever. He was going there to check on his property. And
hold on, Mike. If he owns property, that means he's been out there for a minute. That means he knows people out there. Why are you still trying to get to know somebody new? every NFL team, when they go play someone outside, I know. But when they go on that flight and they go to any other state, they have people out there waiting. So You have no business paying for any. I mean, you could pay for some dinner, you get some little extra money, but you should not be with any strangers because the worst thing that could happen is not only you pay,
Yeah.
but now you're coming back home with some nonsense. And I mean, you got to stop and think. It ain't nothing that you ain't been with already, with as far as another woman that's going to make you think something different. And wifey, take care of your husband for he won't be out there thinking about the nonsense.
Well, he filed for divorce in May, so they
Oh,
Oh, see that? That's
yeah,
even
so they are
better.
technically going through a divorce.
That's
So I'm not
even
saying I'm
better.
not giving him legal right to do that. I'm just stating the facts
well,
that he filed for divorce in May, so they were separated at the time of
yes.
when this transpired.
You would think with him being
NFL, shame on you. The man is getting divorced. Leave him alone.
alone, look, you're a billionaire. You gotta have access to the high profile professionals. Not sure why you're at a trailer park or wherever you was.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. Let me read a comment that was Nasir. What up, Nasir? He says Jen York's body cam footage was just released. Boy, it looks embarrassing. Send that to me, bro. I need to see that real quick. See how that look. I didn't get to see that. So let me know. I don't know if it's like crafts or what, but it's embarrassing. Yeah, man. So nobody's exempt. So will they give him the same treatment as what Deshaun went through with his alleged allegations? Will it be, not to compare it to Ayuk, who I'm wearing right now, not to compare it to that, but we see all that he got, and that's just from doing trolling online. I'm sure he up there. See, this is what I told you. I'm trying to win. He's like, I know he's Benny Pendergrass, so I know Ayuk is probably like, see, y'all thought I was lying. This is the type of people that I'm dealing with. So I hear you, sir. I hear you. So yeah, let me read another comment. He's Nassim said something important. He said, I don't think this is in regards to Jen York as we close this out. I don't think he can show his face in this organization again, referring to the Niners, bang, bang, Niner gang all day. He says, I think they should sell the team so we can move back to San Francisco and get a new stadium. I don't think that's going to happen because of all the money that went into the stadium, but please, the Bartolo, that was the greatest years for us, Rich and David. Y'all know my love for and affinity for the Bartolo, and the Yorks came in and said, "Let us get that." I'm not too happy about it, but yeah, he's listen. I don't want to mess up my season tickets in case I ever get offered that, so I will cover it. But Jen York, yikes!
Yeah, I'm watching the body cam footage, and it is embarrassing.
It's a little embarrassing. Nasir says, "Trust me, it'll be at least the conversation in San Fran where he's actually at. We don't want York running things anymore, so we'll make him hear it. Time for a change. Bring the team back to San Fran. Bring it back to San Fran. Bring it back to San Fran. Listen, man, all day long, I'm hoping. It'll never happen because they spent so much money. And the stadium is beautiful where it's at, in the middle of nowhere. Literally, it's in the middle of nowhere. But listen, shout out to, David, breaking key information. They were separated. Mind your business. Grown men do it.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just explaining it. I'm not going rich route and justifying it. I'm just explaining it. They were divorced. He filed for divorce in May.
Yo, coach. I'm not in coach mode, but y'all know who y'all are. Ace says some rich people are cheap. That's why he's spending $125.
That was good.
Some of them are cheap, man. They said, listen, why go spend thousands of dollars for NDAs and all of that high profile stuff that come with it when I can go where I'm familiar at? So listen, man, listen. Do what you do, sir. I ain't got nothing to do with that. We just report the news. Bang, bang, Niner gang, but a very embarrassing moment right now. We dealing with electrical shock currents going underneath the turf, and now we got a substation, and now our owner. Who put a hex? Kaepernick, could you lift the hex off of my Niners, please? Please. That's where I'm going with it. Let me keep it moving, man. Now, key thing that I want to talk about, gentlemen, and I need y'all insight. Y'all had time to digest it. It's literally on the news every time we turn around. You can't really avoid it. So you got to let me know, what is your take on the Deshaun Watson and everything that's happening with Cleveland? Are you in agreement and you feel like, you know what, we would never ever talk about Cleveland, but it's so interesting with what they're doing over there. I want to get your take. David, I'll go to you first, sir. What say you in regards to the move of naming Mr. Deshaun Watson as the starter over the young Shedeur? What say you, sir?
I say this: it's a whole season starting week 1, 2, or 3 is not gonna matter. Truth be told, they have 2 first-round picks next year, right? They're gonna have whatever the Rams pick is. They're gonna have their pick next year. They have 2 second-round picks next year that nobody is even questioning. So they have 4 picks in the top 64. What does that have to do with the quarterback position? It has to do with a lot, right? Before anybody keeps saying that, oh, Shedeur should be the starter, Shedeur should be the starter, just think about this.
Mm-hmm.
This is now the second coach that has picked a quarterback over Shedeur Sanders. That should be throwing up red flags. Either it's a ownership thing because the ownership doesn't want to admit that they messed up and gave Deshaun that Watson that big of a contract and want to try and get something in return on their investment. But we've been dealing with this for 4 years now, 5 years now. I don't think that that's the case. When you have 2 new coaches that say, hey, we have to pick Joe Flacco 1 year and then Deshaun Watson the next year over Shedeur Sanders, the only same thing in that equation is Shedeur Sanders. We have to sit back and be real with ourselves, and we might have to say the NFL got this right. Maybe he's just a sub-level starter. And even if he is good enough to play in the league and get on the field, that 2027 draft class is loaded. So you're going to go with a Shedeur Sanders who might win you 7 games a year? Or are you going to go with Deshaun Watson who you know is not going to win you games and get you a line to get you a Moore, to get you a Archie Manning, to get you a Love from Notre Dame, to get you a Maker from Oklahoma, and all these other quarterbacks that's coming out? There's a possibility of 6 to 7 of them being in the first round, just like we just had in 2024 a year ago. The 2024 draft class has only produced 1 bad one so far, and that's Penix. The other 5 are rocket. So,
is Penix bad, Rich? Is you right there? Is Penix bad, like you said? We'll touch on that. Go ahead, David. My bad. Go ahead.
No, it's all good. but I don't think he's bad. I want us to draft Penix.
Rebuttals, man. Wait till Mark come on. Mark go rebuttal all in. Mark, get your connection right. I need you to chime in on your Buffalo. Go ahead.
So we have to sit back and say, hey, is he the future? Then you got to think another thing. He was not a first-round pick, so you know what you don't get with him? You don't get that 5th-year option. So even if he is the starter in 2027 and 2026 and then 2027, you now have to pay him extra early after you just got your cap number to where you could go out and get a bunch of free agents, and you still have to pay Verse because Verse ain't get paid yet. You paid both the people in the secondary. They played the LSU kid this year. They paid the corner this year, but you're still going to have to go out and pay your linebacker at the same time that you're paying Shedeur. Like, no, let's do a hard reset, get that rookie quarterback in the first round with the 5th-year option, and be rid of Deshaun and Deshaun in 2027. You have to make it a business if you Cleveland.
He put on the GM hat for real. Rich, what say you about the Buffalo? What's going on in Cleveland, man? You've seen it. You know Watson personally. You know the family or family friend. Talk to us, man.
y'all keep forgetting that Deshaun won the national championship in college.
Yes.
He was doing great until he got that injury. So if he's anywhere back to what he used to be, then now, and I think the Browns messed up big time because they gave a 5-year guaranteed contract to a player where the owners was going crazy saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" So this is his 5th year. This is the last year of his contract. And after this, Deshaun probably might not even see football again. But at the same time, because he had a 5-year contract and then he's been in the league over 6 years, is like getting a retirement. So whatever your last contract is, that's your retirement payment. And because he retires on a high note, he wouldn't even come back to play NFL again, because if he comes back and gets a $3 million contract, that's going to be his payment the rest of his rest of the years. But because he got a big number, and if he plays this year out and retires off that number, that's his retirement payment every month or whatever. So that's where you gotta, and any NFL player would tell you that that the window is 5 to 8 years playing, getting a big contract at that 8th year, and once you retire, that's your retirement money. So that's why they don't really want to play and keep on playing 8 years, and then now their money's going down 2 or 3 million a year, because now they don't want to retire off of that. That's why you see OBJ and everybody else running back trying to get some money, because of the money. They don't want to end it on that low payment. So again, I think it's going to go both ways. If Deshaun does well, he got the talent around him. He got wide receivers, he got a tight end, he got running backs. It's just his line got to hold up. He's going to make better reads than Shador, because Shador just seems like, for whatever reason, he waits to read, and then he's like throwing stuff up, hoping that his receiver go get the ball. Where Deshaun is going to make like key reads and run around and this and
Yes.
that to get away,
You got it.
if he's healthy. If he's healthy. But it really doesn't matter what goes
I'm
on in
busy.
the
You got
Browns.
it.
It don't matter. It really don't matter. It's all the other all the other teams that's on top that matters. Cleveland just wants to make noise with Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, and who else is in their division? Baltimore? No, it ain't Baltimore, because Baltimore's with Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, so yeah.
It's
So that's all they want to do, is make noise against the same division team. They don't really want to go outside the division and really play the way that they're supposed to play, the way that they used to play. And it all depends, because the big, I mean, if Cincinnati can stay healthy, they're gonna bring all that noise in that division. But
Yeah.
because of Lamar, and then you got Pittsburgh, you don't know what the old man gonna do over there in Pittsburgh. So it's up for grabs, really, that whole division. So it's up to Deshaun. Deshaun got to really want it. But at the same time, if he gets a phone call, just like in Miami when it was tank year, where the owner got to make the phone call, because the one thing any NFL can't do is guarantee a win, but they could guarantee a loss. They could guarantee a loss. So so if that's what they're doing, and they're trying to tank with Deshaun to make sure they get a really good #1 pick, and telling Deshaun that, hey, we're gonna pay you your last year, we're gonna look you out, but we want you to be competitive but not really win the game. Do something dumb or stupid, or throw a pick at the fourth quarter when we really need you, or get in field goal range, and then our field goal kicker gonna miss the ball, but then we're gonna lose, and now we're gonna be guaranteed, like hashtag Raiders did this year. I mean last year, and they got the #1 pick. I hate that quarterback. But anyway, going back. But that's it. That's it.
Michael says, I like the comment. He says, absolutely not. I feel like Deshaun Watson, when he got traded to the Browns, they had a decent receiving core and a decent roster, but they blew it all up. So he's not really holding like Deshaun responsible because the organization does what they do. They're the Browns. They blow stuff up and they start over. They seem like they just like to rebuild. Now remember, just a couple of years ago, they was like an early seed in the playoffs, had like the #1 defense. So as much as Stefanski was trying, like again, they listen. It's just weird. That's the NFL, man. But they blown everything up. I think clearly Stevie Wonder can see that this is about the money, has nothing to do with Deshaun being better than. There's no way you sit him on the bench with the price tag that he got for a 5th round guy. That's just a fan favorite that sells jerseys. And then you throw him out there, he stinks it up. Then by week 5, 6, you got to figure out, you got to have to probably pull him. Nobody can say anything because all you got to do is say, well, we put him out there because we know. I'm putting it out there now. There's no way he's finishing the year as the starter. #2, Shedeur will get in at some point because I just think that it's just not going to click. I don't know if they like him because you heard what he said. He said, he takes it personal. The fans booing him. I don't know if the fans like him. I don't know if the players like him. I see some of their faces when he was throwing ducks in that last preseason game. Again, he's the starter now, less pressure. But I liked him personally coming out. I wanted my Niners to get him during that draft, but he fell to the Texans. So, is he the same guy from the Texans? Or is he just, I don't believe so, but I think you can have a Shedeur sitting there and say, you know what, there's no pressure. We don't have to put him out there now. Because again, like you said, David, that draft next year is going to be bananas. So what I would say on behalf of the Sanders family, which I don't know them personally, but if I did, hey, Dion, clip this. I'm going to make sure y'all understand this. Cleveland, let that young man go where
Yes.
he's appreciated. Stop holding him for ransom. We see what he brings. He is a market of his own. He's bigger than your franchise, market-wise. Like, we're not gonna act like he is not the main guy, especially now that Miles ain't there no more. Y'all have no marquee player that attracts the attention that would make us even talk about y'all other than #2 Sanders. Let that young man go where he can actually have an opportunity to play. Clearly, y'all have no option and no interest in doing that because, like David said, next year you will be getting your 1st-round quarterback, and then he'll be right back in the same boat. So if I'm his team, get me up out of there ASAP. Watson, you can have it. That's where I'm at with it. That's my take. Let me read the other comment from Mike. Mike says, the main thing I don't understand is from the front office and the owners is you're starting a quarterback that wants to compete, but the team is in rebuild mode. That just doesn't add up. That is a fact. One wants to compete. One clearly is disgruntled employee that's like, I don't like y'all. Y'all don't like me, but I'll start because, it is what it is. Go ahead.
Here go the business part about that. If Sanders gets in and Sanders plays, right? And everybody keeps saying they rebuilding. You got to think. I like both the receivers that they drafted. I like Casey Conception. I love Boston. They got Fanning. Last year, rookie tight end. Well, he was a rookie last year. He tore up the league last year. So it's not, and you got Jenkins, who before he got hurt was on his way to getting 1,000 yards, being very productive. So it's not like Cleveland does not have an offense. They went out this year and through free agency and the draft and built the offensive line. It's not like Cleveland don't have talent.
Reach on the line, but go ahead.
No, they drafted the kid from Utah.
I like him.
Yes.
Jerry Jeudy.
They went out and signed Green Bay guard tackle who was a Pro Bowler. We don't have Pro Bowls anymore, but he was a Pro Bowler in 2024. It's not like they have a bad offensive line. It's not like they have a bad offense. The thing is, they are not willing to give Shedeur Sanders $50 million because after this year, you have to pay Shedeur Sanders. Like I said, he wasn't a 1st-round quarterback. He wasn't a 1st rounder. There's no 5th-year option.
Yeah,
so why
will his price tag be that much? He hasn't warranted that based on the amount of snaps. I don't know if his contract would be anything extravagant. But go ahead, I'm listening.
We just watched Brissett, who did absolutely nothing in Arizona, make his price tag go up to $25 million.
Did he do nothing? No, he won them. So he played well. They didn't win much, but he did play. You know,
Would you pay Brissett $25 million?
absolutely not.
Okay. There's about 7 quarterbacks you can say that same thing for, right? So if Shador comes in and he takes them to 7-9, and he has a Pro Bowl, granted, was an alternative
Yeah.
on his resume, he puts up decent numbers. He's going to gain that $50 million price range, and you still have to go out and pay other people. I would sit both of them this year and just do the hard reset at quarterback for 2027.
Dylan. You looking for Dylan to get in there? They gonna start
Hey,
hurt.
well, no, not Dylan. The kid that they just drafted. I would play. Listen, sometimes you have to tank, and if I'm in Cleveland, this is a tank year. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to fans. This is a tank year, so I can have a quarterback to go with all those toys that I just discussed, that I just talked to y'all about.
Look, Nasir says, what is David talking about? How is Shador Sanders and 50 million in the same sentence? I'm also wondering that myself, because he will not.
He'll be in his third year. He'll be in his third year in 2027. If he goes out and he plays 7-9 ball and keeps them competitive throughout the year, the average starting quarterback minus what's going on in Atlanta, what's going on, and you can't even say Vegas because, truth be told, Kirk Cousins, hate to say it, his contract adds up to almost $50 million with the money that he gets from Atlanta. We'll get to that.
Your favorite quarterback, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
It had to happen. He had to go to the
Malik Willis, $45 million.
I like that move for Willis. It's his time. Yeah. Let's go, Liberty.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the going rate for starting quarterbacks is in that $40 to $50 million range.
Crazy.
So all it takes is for him to have a semi-good season, and he puts Cleveland in that crunch again. Why even risk that when I can just say, hey, neither one of y'all going to be on my roster next year. I don't care how y'all feel. I don't care how the fan base feels. Yeah, I'm thinking from a business standpoint. Let Deshaun go out there and stink it up, because I do think Sanders is a better quarterback than Deshaun Watson at this point.
That's what I was looking for, to see if you were going to keep it really, real.
Yes. At this point, Shador is the better quarterback.
Got you. Hold that thought. I got the Buffalo defender in here, the only Colorado fan I've actually known my entire life who's been an actual Colorado fan way back. Mark, are you there? Can I hear you, sir? I hope your audio is working. Can I hear you? Oh, I needed to hear him. Yo, get your audio fixed, son. Let's go, Rich. He's killing me. This is your moment to light David up and let him know how wrong he is. But guess what? It ain't gonna happen because your audio ain't kicking right now. Listen, we'll see what happens. Dylan, I heard, is getting the spot so they can, probably trade bait him. Then again, I don't trust the Browns. They might be doing that to put Dylan at number 2 and then trade Shador, which I'm hoping for. Let Shador go to, I don't know, let him go to Minnesota. Let him go somewhere where, like, McCarthy's kind of on the fence. It looks like he's not going to start. Send him somewhere where he's appreciated, where he can get an opportunity to actually play. Raiders already got their QB, so he can't go there. It's some spots that could use a guy that might be able to step in and get a fair shot, so we'll see. Mark, last time I'm gonna try you, see if I can get you. I see you're there. Are you there, Mark? Can you hear me? Nope, his audio is in the trash. So, Mark, I think I heard him. No, that's Rich. Anyway, let me keep it moving. Let me read a couple of comments that came in. Mike brought up some more good points, sir. Thank you. He said, and another thing, as you can tell, they're rebuilding because what they got for Myles Garrett was terrible. That is, it fitted in that. In my opinion, I thought they gave up. Come on. And then he says Myles Garrett was terrible. They could have got way more draft picks for him, but they just got Verse in the first. I like Verse. I wanted us to draft Verse, so I'm not mad at that, but I just feel like you don't give your franchise literally the guy that just, like, the year after he sets a record, you get rid of him. Like, that's I'm baffled by that. Go ahead, David.
They're thinking from a business standpoint. Do you know that Myles Garrett in 2027 is going to cost the Rams $49 million? Then you have to think about your budget. We could all be fans of these teams and fans of these players, but at the end of the day, if you're looking at it from Cleveland's standpoint, I'm not paying a defensive player almost $50 million.
Even the one that broke the record for the most sacks in a season, like even him, and has been consistent his whole career, literally. You don't think so?
His consistency has gotten us what? One playoff appearance.
Not because of him, though.
No, but I'm saying
I'll tell you flat out, I'm not happy that he's with the Rams.
Oh no, I know you're
that we and then don't let daggone old man Donald come back. I don't want to see that, Rich. I don't want that.
Trent Williams can't block them all.
No, and McKivitz definitely can't block on the other side. I don't know, man. I'm nervous about that, but yeah, there's gonna be Purdy. You gotta get the ball out quick, sir. That's all I gotta say. Get the ball out quick. Rich, go ahead. Let me give you some chance to talk on this before we close this out. Anything further in regards to the Shedeur and the Browns and just the organization as a whole before we move on to the meat and potatoes?
I got a question for you guys. What's the best team for Shedeur?
Ooh, if you want to be real,
best fit.
Listen, go to the house that your dad built.
Atlanta?
Go to the house where your dad built. Penix is questionable. We know Tua's history. In my opinion, listen, you're gonna go there. Your name carries so much weight. They show that you gonna if you selling out jerseys in Cleveland with the ugly colors. You go to Atlanta. You mean to tell me with the shaky quarterback they got over there, this young man won't bring excitement? And again, I'm not even a Buffalo fan. I'm talking from a marketing standpoint. Him in Atlanta makes total sense when they got probably arguably one of the most shakiest starting quarterbacks next to Cleveland. So I would say give him a shot. Now,
how about you, David?
With Penix.
How about you, David?
I'm not gonna say Atlanta only because I don't trust Atlanta at receivers other than Drake. I like Branch, the rookie from Georgia. Dobson is a 3. Pitts is every other year, and Bijan is great.
You disrespected Pitts?
He's every other year.
Did he? Richie, go ahead. I'm listening to David.
He's every other year. I would say this. I don't trust Jiminy Cricket, and J.J. McCarthy is not it. Shedeur in Minnesota with those weapons, yeah, like that's a scary, scary thought. Give him Addison, give him Jefferson, give him Hockenson, and I guarantee you things will change quick.
Third and Juwan.
Yeah, I got one.
And Juwan. I forgot all about Juwan.
Yeah. Leave my Minnesota alone.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Big surprise. How about the Giants?
Nah, Dart is a staple. They love Dart. He ain't going nowhere. Dart ain't going nowhere.
Giants or the Jets, because you got Smith. You got Smith over there. So Giants or the Jets going to New Jersey, not New York. New Jersey. And I could see that.
I'll give you a history about the Giants and the Jets that's real. And I'm not trying to be funny nor biased.
You listening?
They don't play African-American quarterbacks. If you think Geno Smith is going to last this year with the Jets, you're crazy. Those two teams avoid African-American quarterbacks like the plague. Do not do it. He would be stupid to go there.
I can't even be mad at that. He's absolutely 100% correct on that one.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I get the guru status. I've been saying that for years. Every time they bring up a quarterback, I said that ain't happening because you know who buy the tickets to go out there, and they ain't trying to hear. They ain't trying to hear no quarterback unless he's white. That's it. Bottom line to the Jets and the Giants.
Jets and Giants, y'all gotta do better, man. Y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. Add a little diversity. We know Dart is there to stay. I ain't mad at that. Jets, y'all gotta figure that out. Stop playing. Coach just Ace. Ace says, I say go to Cincy. Joe don't stay healthy, and I think he would do well there, I believe. I'm not mad at that. Joe does get banged up a lot, but and I do like him going to Minnesota as my number one, which is what I started with. But I did like Atlanta as my second option for him. But I'm not mad at Cincy because you got receivers. You need receivers. So either way, where is Zach Wilson at? I just seen Zach Wilson somewhere. That's the Saints. That's with the Saints, right?
Not Miami no more, not Denver anymore. It's possibly the Saints as a backup role.
Saints because he's like they got a quarterback battle over there. They like and I always butcher his name. Their quarterback. What is his last name?
Tyler Slouch.
Yes, I always butcher his last name. I'm not sold on him, but
no, he can throw.
He should have went when he got drafted. I thought that was where he should have went was to Saints, but I do like the Minnesota as an option for him, but we'll see what happens, man. Let me see who else got a comment in here. Mark looked like he's back in the building. Hopefully his audio is good. I know he got a crazy rebuttal before we move forward. Michael says it's LA. They don't have a budget. Agreed. LA will be able to afford whoever go there because right now they are stacking up a super team. I see they got McDuffie. Like, who is authorizing this and why is this happening? Like, come on. Like, what is going on, man? So, yeah, I don't know. He says they have infinite money glitch. That is a fact. That money just keeps on going. And Naseem says in regards to the Niners, we don't even have a starting left guard yet. That is a fact. So I'm not a big fan of Mr. Myles Garrett being with the Rams, let alone Donald coming back. Yeah, it's not looking good for us out there because we don't like to address the offensive line. But that's neither here nor there. He has an answer for you. This is Ace says, I disagree with the Jets and black quarterbacks. Jets drafted Geno, and they also had Vic before, so nah, they utilized black quarterbacks. What you talk about, David? I added all the extracurriculars at the end. So,
they've had 3 black quarterbacks in the history of their team. 3. Count how many the Raiders have had. Count how many Philly has had. You can even count how many the Dallas Cowboys have had.
yeah,
Like,
I'm not even gonna lie. We're back.
yeah. Y'all one of those teams. Ask Trey Lance. We remember how quick that lasted.
Yeah, we know how we treat them. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, so there are certain teams that just haven't broken that color barrier, and anybody who tried to sit there and lie is ridiculous. They allowed Geno Smith to get punched in the face and immediately traded him. Vic started a grand total of 4 games. He was the backup to Hackenberg and a whole bunch of other bums. And Tyrod Taylor was actually good, but that was because of the coach, and that was because what's the coach's name? I can't even think of his name right now.
On what team? Who you talking about?
For the Jets, Ryan. That was because Ryan just plays the best players. He doesn't do the color barrier thing.
Yeah.
So yes, they've had 3 in their 53-year history, Aaron.
Yeah. Let's back it. Mark, let me see if your audio is good. Can you respond to anything that was mentioned before we close out your door? The floor is yours, Mark.
Yo, dude, it sounds like I got Ewoks in my damn audio, man. It's been terrible, bro. Y'all have no idea how I spent the last hour trying to log in. I can't even believe I'm on now, bro. Yeah. But David, you forgot Lucas from Rutgers. He played for the Jets also. He quarterback for the Jets also.
Hey,
oh, you're right. Oh.
Yeah,
ahead,
just
Mark.
throwing that out there.
Shador, it's on you before we close this out. You will be the final voice on this outside of any rebuttals from anybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, please excuse my audio, man. I personally think I don't really look at it as, I don't know exactly what's been covered, but for me with Shador, I don't look at it as him being so much railroaded as in when it's his time to start, he's gonna have all the floor to himself. So I'd rather Cleveland, put Watson in. They owe him money. Let him play. Let him fail if he's going to fail. If he's going to succeed, let him succeed. But regardless of the fact, Shador's breathing down his throat. So if he has 2 to 3 back-to-back games, it's a good chance he's going to get yanked. So, I mean, I'm a Shador fan. I have no problem with him sitting down. I think he's real patient, smart kid. He makes sure every situation works out in his favor, whether we think so as fans or not. He's patient. He knows his time is coming, so he's just going to wait. So I believe that once Shador takes the helm, from that point on, he'll be the leader of the Cleveland Browns for, the next couple of seasons.
All right, there you go. I like it. Let me read a couple of these comments, and glad to have your audio on, sir. Good to hear you. Hear you in a couple of weeks, so maybe a month or so. So good to hear your voice again. The golden voice. Now see.
Before you start, I missed out on a segment that I just have to go back and rewind the segment that I caught some of it, but I was a little bit too busy in between trying to get on and stuff. I just need to address something that, my owner never went through. He might be grabbing some boobies and stuff, but he ain't never taken to the extent of going to get a male, supposedly a male, escort / lot lizard / bottom of the barrel, $154, dime store hookup. But we just leaving it at that. All I'm saying is it does not make the 49ers look good. It doesn't. Matter of fact, I believe out of every team, y'all have probably had the worst off season in the history of the NFL, from Brandon Ayuk to I think it was one of your assistant coaches getting caught with snow, and then you got your owner out there lollygagging and finagling with the peasants. You know what I'm saying? I had to think about this real quick. It's a lot of places you can go to. It's a lot of places you can go to if you're a billionaire, if that's something that you wanted to do. But I believe that the bargain basement spinning that he did is only helps the Niner organization. He saved some money for you guys. He made sure that he saved some money for you guys. He got locked up, from what I understand. They making it a quick thing, saying it's personal. I heard he had, this is the truth, $1,000. He got out unscathed, unfree. So what it goes to show is there's a whole different set of rules when it comes to the owners opposed to the players. Because if the players get caught doing that, you'll hear them in the news all the time. But since the 49ers coach did it, you're not going to hear much about it. But I just wanted to throw that in because I missed that segment. Mike, you guys are doing an excellent job of keeping us laughing at you, so you can go to the next segment.
Thanks for your 2 cents and your insight. I appreciate you for adding that in as we close that out. All right, gentlemen, meat and potatoes time. Let me get it on the screen to set y'all up. For those in the chat, I appreciate you. We will make sure that it's scheduled properly. I got people on that know that it's coming and all of that. So if you're going to be on here, I got to kind of test you out first, make sure your knowledge is up to par. Can't just throw you out here to the sharks and you up here and kind of ain't really know where you want to go with it. I mean, you got to make sure you know your stuff and be able to speak and give me what I need. So don't take it personal. I kind of do a very thorough vetting process with the sports talk itself to make sure you know your stuff. All right, gentlemen, here we go. We're about to get into it right now. What y'all been waiting for? I know y'all been waiting to talk about your teams and all of that good stuff. So it's about that time, gentlemen. Defend your turf. I need you to give me 90 seconds on the clock. Let me know and break down your team in their ceiling. Let me know what it looked like. I'm going to take this scandal off the screen. That is no longer necessary. Defend your turf. I'm going to start with, I'm saving the Cowboys for last because I know that's going to take a minute. He's going to break down the cheerleaders, the dudes that do the food concession. He's going to break down every detail of the
flag, running with the flag.
He's going to break down the type of urinal cakes they use, every detail of the Cowboys. So, Rich, meat and potatoes, 90 seconds. I might give you a little more depending on what you give me, but give me some substance. Break down these Raiders. For those that don't know, let's go. It's on you, sir.
Well, I'm going with needs right now. We need a defensive tackle. We need a right defensive end. As far as linebackers, we got them. As far as we got some nice young corners. I love what I'm seeing out there with our corners. Our safeties, the same thing. We're good. We're good at safety. So our hole is at the defensive tackle and at the other defensive end. I think Coots could hold it down.
Some names, Rich. I don't know who. Give me some players. I don't know who these guys are. I'm not familiar with your Raiders like that. Give me a little more. Give me some more. I like where you're going. Give me some people. Give me some people.
Well, the pick. I wanted Tampa Bay's defensive tackle,
Beat up.
but I think they just signed him again,
Yeah.
and they're not letting him go.
Yeah.
So, as far as defensive tackles, we gonna get some players because this is the last week, last preseason game, and NFL teams are gonna start letting a lot of players walk. So, I don't know which players out there that's gonna walk, but it's going to be a lot of talent out there for them to choose a nice big defensive tackle that's going to eat up some space and let our linebackers do their thing. As far as we need a wide receiver, I know David don't think we need one, but we need a wide receiver. We got two of the best tight ends. We got two running backs. Quarterbacks is questionable, or both of them cousin.
Wait. Don't go fast on the running back because I heard he just had a big injury the other day.
It's not big at all. It was the ankle injury that the media is making a big thing about. He is just an ankle. There's no surgery needed. It's just a little swollen. They're gonna put ice on it, give him some shots, and he'll be ready to go week 1. If not week 1, definitely week 2. We got Washington, and again, cuts are coming, and there's gonna be a lot of talent out there. So we just got to go out there and find 3 or 4 good players out there that's going to be released. You're going to have over 900 players released in the next week. So you just got to pick up three diamonds in the rough that didn't make the cut. Let's say with the Cowboys got some great wide receivers over there. They can't hold them all. So they gonna let 1 or 2 of them walk, and they got some boys out there flying. So again, I can't give you names right now because I don't know who's on the cut list. But once we get them, we could talk about it. But I really like our rookie Benson we got from Oregon. I like him as a kick returner, punt returner, wide receiver. He might be receiver 2 when it's all said and done because I love his crispy routes. He's fast, one of the fastest players on the team. Washington is faster than Genty. He's bigger, faster, but I really don't want to talk too much because we about to play fantasy, and I don't need nobody charting down names and running over there. But anyway,
Brother
who?
name.
His name Genty. His name Genty.
Listen.
Yeah. Hey,
But anyway.
Mick. Oh,
What? Go ahead, Mark. Hold on, Rich. Go ahead,
yeah,
Mark.
I would prefer not to be sandwiched in between 2 back-to-back rated commentaries. So if you don't mind, I would love to go next.
Yeah. Oh, you want to go at the end of the Raiders?
No, he wants
No,
to go next.
I would like
after
to go
me.
after Richie. I would like to go because David's also a Raider fan, so I don't want Raider Cowboy. So I can say what I got to say, and then David, if he hears something I might say, will be able to defend it. So you let me know when my time goes, please.
Hold on, Mark. Why don't you go last? It's me, Mike, San Francisco, then David, then you. Finish it. But anyway, I really don't like, and you know what? As bad as it is, it's not the quarterback. It's different parts of our offensive line that's kind of weak, and some of those guys act like they don't know what the hell that they're doing. And you got high school players that block way better than some of those guys out there. So it's our offensive line, 2 or 3 of them, and our defensive tackle, and and our defensive end that's needed, and a wide receiver. And I think if we get about 4 good players coming out of the cuts coming up, I think that we could, go out there And then with Kansas City hurting, as Kansas City and San Francisco is like the same team. A lot of those players are either hurting or they're just doing off the field stuff that they had no business doing. But sooner or later, it's gonna come back to bite them. And San Fran and Kansas City hold on to their players way too long, and that's another thing that they do. And it was a great thing that David brought up about Hurts and Philly. Uh, I also I think that if the Cowboys fall again, CeeDee Lamb will be gone and will be on Philadelphia Eagles to play with Hurts again the way he did at Oklahoma.
Yo, man, let
So
me go next, man. He's out.
ah!
Hey, listen, man. Now I'm definitely gonna go real
That's why I
quick.
said
Yeah,
if the
listen,
Cowboys.
To save me from
listen, man.
I feel sick giving the Raiders that much time between the two of y'all. So I'll let you after
Yes.
Mark close out. Rich,
Yes.
Rich, let me ask you this question. I'm gonna go around y'all, each one of y'all. Rich, I'll let you go to it first, and then Mark, I'll segue into you. So is there anybody, is there anybody on the roster that we need to be aware of that's coming into the season that you like, yo, he the storyline of our training camp, storyline of the preseason so far. This is the guy y'all need to be watching for on the Raiders. And you may have mentioned him, but in case it's a different player, let me know. For the non-Raider fans, speak now, forever hold your peace. Rich, give it to me. Mark, I'm going to segue that into your Cowboy spew. David, keep that question in mind. I'm going to come to you as well. I got mine already. Go ahead, Rich.
I'm gonna give you 3 rookies.
I take it.
Our second round pick we got from Arizona, safety.
Yes.
Our corner we got from Tennessee, and our wide receiver we got from Oregon, the one I just was talking about. I think out of everybody in our draft this year, even though Washington gonna shine every now and then, I think everybody else gonna shine. But the biggest storyline is gonna be Benson, wide receiver. He gonna be out there doing his thing this year. Kick return, punt returns, and something I guess like certain downs that we need something big to happen is gonna be him. Benson is the guy that you gotta keep an eye on this year.
Is he the new Thornton?
No, he.
Oh no. He got hands. Thornton's big, fast, no hands. This guy and he don't know how to run routes. You gotta remember, Benson was at Florida State then he went to Oregon. Now he's with the Raiders, and Benson is gonna be that player for us this year.
All right, thank you, sir. Good insight, Mark. As I travel and go on the Big D, Mark, 90 seconds, maybe I give you 120. I give you some time, but meat potatoes. I don't let a hand punch your cheerleaders. Go ahead, Cowboys.
All right. First and foremost, let Richie know the draft passed already. And if them holes ain't filled, that ship gonna sink. So I'm just throw that out there. You can plug it up with all those free agent nobodies from the USFL, XFL. It ain't gonna help. You should have drafted better. And stay your hands off of my Cowboys, Rich, because we not doing that. As for me personally, I mean, pick a guy. I got so many guys, I can't even really single out one. I don't want to really single out Barham because you guys don't know him, and you guys probably never heard of him until you see him week 1, and he terrorizing. You already know Caleb Downs, steal of the draft. The rich get richer. That's how it works. Oh, and if anybody's listening and it's your first time of the show, I'm a Cowboy fan, and I make absolutely zero apologies for sounding arrogant and sounding like my team is better than yours, because it doesn't take much to know that we've been to more Super Bowls than all of you. I got damn near more champions than most of you, and your history only goes back 10 years, where mine goes from 1960 to present. So if you asking me what are we improved on, I think for right now between the NFC East, I think we have the best defensive line. Williams, I think with our defensive line, if our linebackers can get us into the top, if our defense, can get us anywhere from 17 to 15 with Dak Prescott, my wide receivers, running backs, tight ends, Ferg. I shouldn't have to name them. You guys know them. If you need me to name them, I have no problem naming them. But I think this year You know, you hear that cliche. Cowboy fans always say every year is our year. Yeah, I'm that dude to say that. Why? Because I believe it. And if you don't believe every year is your year, you pretty much rooting for a losing franchise. So if you don't believe that, then you believe your franchise is never going to get there. So that's the difference between me and you guys is I believe the Cowboys probably have the best team that I've seen. And I've been around for 3 Super Bowls, lived through 3 Super Bowls, lived through 4 completely, and we lost them on, we beat them on last one, but I've lived through 4 Super Bowls. So I've seen it firsthand. The collection of talent that we have this year at all our skill positions is I'll put them up against anybody. So I'm not looking to run from anybody. I'm welcoming everything that comes. I'm welcoming all the heat that comes. I believe our offense will be able to handle all the defenses. I just need my defense to step up. If I'm asking for a question mark, the question mark is let's see how my defense do it. You know, got a new defensive coordinator in Christian Parker. You know, we pretty much stacked up on the draft. Had a way better draft than I actually thought we was gonna have. And I believe Shotty is ready to get it popping, man. So once that happens, it's gonna be great to watch.
Got you. All right, I was gonna ask you what if there were. So we already know every year everybody's team think they going to the playoffs or going to the Super Bowl. We all think like that. Maybe not the Raiders fans, but at least the Cowboy and the Niner fans. I know that. I know we think like that. So with that, I wanted to know what was the flaw in your roster? Like, what was the one thing that you think could kind of prevent y'all from making it to the bowl, let alone winning it? And you seem like you answered it saying your new defensive coordinator looked like the biggest question mark.
Well, last year, what we did last year, we plugged a lot of holes with a lot of guys that weren't handpicked. Cowboys, we like our guys handpicked. Even when you come in for your 30 visit, we still remember. We brought Quinn Williams in for a 30 visit. We brought Sean Gary in for a 30 visit. That's why it's an easy. Where you guys look, Cowboys, they gonna get. No, we brought these dudes in they college, in college year, bring them in for a 30 visit, have them sit down. If we like them a lot, we like them a lot. Once their contract might be up somewhere else, we have no problem bringing them in and trying to gel with us. But I think this time, looking at our camp, looking at how our defense is set up, looking at the depth that we have at defensive end, D tackle, cornerback, safety right now is pretty decent. So I'm looking at a strong showing. If anybody, I said already, you got to be in Fans Club to be able to do that. But if you want to put some money on the Giants week 1, I'm your man, baby. I'll give you 14 points. Easy.
Thank you, sir. All right, hold that thought. We're going to keep on going. But, David, I'm going to let you go now. Talk to me about them Raiders from your perspective. Rich gave some insight. What you say, man, what you think. Let me put it back on the screen in case you forgot. I need you to defend your turf, sir, and talk to me about, is there a ceiling for these, Las Vegas Raiders? Talk to me, sir.
I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to give you glass full, glass half empty, and I'm going to give you somebody to watch out for real quick.
Please do.
Glass full. Kirk Cousins has to play in 0 primetime games this year. So Kirk Cousins in non-primetime games has a winning record, right? So with no primetime games, Kirk Cousins, Benson, like he brought up, Bowers, I think our offense is going to be good. Our defense, that D-line needs some work. I like Stooks out of Arizona. Like that's a safety that Rich was mentioning. Mm-hmm. One thing I will say about the Raiders this year that I can't say last year, we are a faster collective group this year. Last year, I think we had one of the slowest rosters and all of football. It just used to drive me crazy, the lack of team speed. We fixed that in the secondary. We fixed that with McCoy. We fixed that with the 2 linebackers, Walker and Dean. He keeps saying we need a right defensive end, and I think The guy that we got in free agency from Indianapolis is going to be perfectly fine. I think him and Kuntz on that right side will be able to gel. I know for a fact teams are going to be able to run up against the middle of us. Like he said, Latu and Booker are too small to play defensive tackle. Booker is about 280 pounds. Lou is 290. You don't want that in the middle of your field. We don't have those big, ugly bodies. And Adams is a rotational tackle at best. Like for us, he has to start, and that just talks about the overall talent that's on the Raiders right now. The only thing that's preventing us from sneaking into the playoffs, truth be told, is the division that we play in. We play in the third toughest division in the National Football League, next to the NFC Beast and the NFC West. So
it's not the East anymore. The West own that. Go ahead.
No, the NFC Beast. They are the beast. I'm telling you, y'all gonna be shocked at the NFC Beast this year.
I don't want to interrupt you, David. Please continue.
Yeah. So with us playing in the third toughest division in all of football, I see the Raiders not making the playoffs, but being way competitive than what we were last year. I can see the Raiders.
Real. Salute to you for being real. Rich, you ain't keep it real. Go ahead, David.
I can see the Raiders on the high end finishing 8-9. And on the low end, I only see us finishing 6-10. You like 6-10? Who wants to go 6-10? That's better than last year. That's better than last year.
How does Fernando end up the season? How does he do? Did he play? Kirk Cousins.
Fernando plays week 15, 16, 17, and then we reset, give him better receivers in 2027. Like, if Fernando is on the field early, and this is no knock to him because I think he's going to be a good quarterback, then the Raiders are probably 2-15. No, just leave Cousins out there to get beat up, but not make mistakes, because Kirk Cousins doesn't throw interceptions. He doesn't throw bad balls, right? He's going to keep us competitive again. And I hate saying that about Kirk Cousins because y'all know I hate Kirk Cousins more than I hate freaking ants at a picnic. I just cannot stand Kirk Cousins.
You got that Kirk Cousins jersey coming your way, too, when the season starts.
If one of y'all mail me a Kirk Cousins jersey, I promise you I will go on TV and burn it on a United States ships. I guarantee you I will walk on somebody's quarterdeck and just light it on fire. I don't want to go to jail.
Kirk Cousins jersey.
I don't want to go to jail for lighting the Kirk Cousins jersey on fire. But
look,
for what we have right now, he is actually the perfect quarterback for what we have right now. He's not going to go in there and make dumb mistakes. He's not going to go in there and play. He's not going to go in there and play hero game, and he has no primetime games on the schedule. I'm telling you, if you look at his schedule in regular games that's not underneath the light, he wins about 65 to 70% of those games. His primetime games, he wins 15% of those games. So those not being on the schedule, NFL did us a favor, and they don't even recognize it.
All right, listen, I like the breakdown. Y'all giving me a lot of meat potatoes, man. I like it. Mark, you were saying something that you wanted to rebuttal on something before you go to my Niners to give me a chance to break down my boys. Go ahead, sir. Oh, he muted himself. You're muted if you was trying to talk, Mark. Unmute yourself if you need to. All right, so it looked like he might have muted on purpose. Listen, man.
I'm unmuted. I'm sorry. I was trying not to be rude to David. The Raiders is like a well graveyard for old quarterbacks. So I'm not surprised that Kirk Cousins is there. And that's not an insult. That's just the Raiders history. If you go through the Raiders history, they always have a stopgap before, the rookie. So we used to that.
Mm-hmm. You name it, it's been a cycle of y'all doing that for a lot of years, man. Y'all like that. Y'all do like to do that. That is true.
Well, what I will say real quick, Mick, is I think the Raiders are pointing up in a good direction. No, I think what they're trying to build maybe 2 years away. Like David said, they need legitimate weapons on the outside. Once they get that, they got the running backs. That matter of fact, I think no Raider fan thought that they would have we haven't seen Washington yet, but at least they know they can go in and they got two valuable running backs to be able to handle the load with a young quarterback when he decides to take over. D-line is a quick fix. Raiders always, take pride in their defense, so I look for that to be addressed within the next two drafts of them. So, the Raiders, I think the arrow's pointing up, man. I do think David's ceiling might be a little high with 8 games because that's going to depend on a lot on his receivers, handle the load, and loosen the box for Janty and Washington, and also loosen the box for Mendoza. But overall, I think 500 ain't out of the question. Anything more than 500, given their division and their schedule, it'll be a pleasant surprise for them.
Hey, we got Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen 2.0 back there. So I'm telling y'all, we got Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen 2.0 back there. So we're gonna get to 8-9 wins. I'm not gonna say 9. We're gonna get to 8 wins and be shocking people.
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta stay with it. Go raise it back. Listen, I like it. Very good, thorough. Y'all gave me names. Y'all ain't casual. You gave me some players that we gotta look forward to. That's what I like. And that's the key thing. So for us, if I got to talk about my Niners, put you right now, put on your radar. Clearly, it's no secret no more. I tried to hide them, and unfortunately, you can't hide them anymore. Now out there, everybody knows.
Use somebody's mic.
No, don't stop me. Hey, just let me get whatever you give me.
I'm muting Mark Mike. So like Deshaun Strickland,
I'm here.
So Mark, I'm muting your line. You got background noise. I'm muting your line. So with that, that's one already. I want y'all to pay attention. So I know we run we really run 5 defensive ends, not like we run 40 linemen, and then they count Michael Williams as a linebacker. In my opinion, he's a DN. I personally want to see Tatum on the field, man. I kind of like Martin and Frank Martin at the same time. I like Tatum a little more because Tatum was a tackling machine for us. So I would like to hopefully with Raheem Morris, we will begin to incorporate Tatum out there with Greenlaw and Warner, because I feel like his speed gives another dimension that's similar to this. That or Martin, I'm cool with either one getting added in packages when we got to go 3 linebackers. Put Williams, Michael on the defensive end. I'm good with that. I want to say thank you to the Cowboys for OC. He looks really good. He looks really good. So I am very happy with that. And thank you, Raiders, for Jack Jones. He is our third corner. I already see what he can bring. Very, very happy with Jack Jones. And realistically, he might end up beating Renardo out of that spot. I think Renardo might end up losing that to Jack Jones if he's struggling a little bit. Obviously, everything goes through Purdy if he can stay healthy. And, I'm good if Jones gets in there. I'm not sold on no one person. Keon Black might get some carries. So, Keon Black looked like he might be he's looking pretty good. And I say that they're getting him situated because we don't know how healthy McCaffrey is because he's a workhorse. So I like to have some balance. So overall, man, I'm not mad. It's Super Bowl or bust for us. We got Greenlaw back. We stay healthy. Nothing stands in our way except them daggone Rams and obviously Seattle, who is a champ. I got to respect the champ, but I'm not sold on them. We would have beat them had we been healthy when we faced them the last time in the season. But that's neither here nor there. So, yeah, there's a ceiling on it. We go as far as possible. So we'll see what happens. I'm not mad with Mike Evans. I'm good with Mike Evans. Good with Debo. Welcome back, Debo. You should have never left. So bang, bang, night again. That's where I'm at, man. Anything else? Anybody want to add before we move on to the next topic to close it up?
Yeah, you named the Jones. Hold on, Mark. As far as Jack Jones, good luck with him. The reason why the Raiders let him go, because he don't know how to stop partying Friday, Saturday night, and know he's coming there late and missing out. So you're gonna see him. You're gonna see the real Jack Jones, and he's gonna look good the first 1 to 2 weeks. After that, you're gonna see the reason why the Raiders let him go, the reason why Miami let him go, the reason why New England let him go. You're gonna see.
Once Jack Jones gets 4 NFL paychecks at him, Mike, watch out.
And you can say the same thing about Osa, because Osa don't like to play the run. That's why he got shipped out of Dallas, because his run game defense is bad. So be expecting for people to run directly at him, because at 285, 290, he's not 310. He's not a run stuffer. He's not a one technique. He's more, actually, when we drafted him come out of college, he's more of a defensive end than he was actually a D tackle. But along with those other no names you got, Mike, yeah, he should be pretty good.
Look,
Mike, I do have you.
Wait, hold on. And one more thing, as a Niner fan, for you to not say Super Bowl shows me exact. You always get up and make your prediction, but you never say Super Bowl or bust. You are a 49er fan. It's either Super Bowl or bust. Not, I'm gonna go 13 and whatever. I don't want to hear none of that. I want to hear you say Super Bowl or bust, because anything less than that is a failure as a Niner fan. So you're not on the same plateau as David or Richie where they rebuilding. You're the Niners who've been to 2 Super Bowls in this decade. So stop telling me about you winning a couple of games and do like I say, Super Bowl or bust.
So what happened is he was ordering his Chinese food and he missed when I said that. So he understands I definitely made that declaration. It's the Super Bowl for us this year. I said, all we got to do is stay healthy. It's the Super Bowl for us. That's it. We stay healthy. Nobody beating us. I'm putting that out there. And like Naseem says, Niners by 17 against the Cowboys this year. I co-sign that, Naseem. Indeed.
So realistically, Mike,
hey Nas, I'll bet that you got to shave your head off on live if y'all beat us by 17. You don't. One thing you gotta know about Fans Club Live, we respect our bets. So when we play you, I will bet your head against shaved ball, and I'll do the same, and we'll see if your bet gonna stand. Because I know you love your hair, you got that good hair, but we gonna shave it on ball.
Hold up, David. I'm gonna go to you right now. For anybody that's watching and you're not on the panel right now because you're watching, by all means, put in your feedback. Ace, I'm about to read your Philly. I want to know about your team and what their ceiling might look like. So give me some meat and potatoes about your team, if even because you're not on the screen. Go ahead, David. While they typing that in.
Hey, I was gonna hit up you with the Niner fan, but I'm gonna say this to Mike, to Nas, and Aaron. Yo, thank y'all for being in the background, still supporting the show, still repping it out. So I really appreciate y'all with all the comments that y'all kept putting in there.
Thanks.
Back to you with your Niners, Mike. Do you realistically think that y'all have a fighting chance against the Rams and Seattle this year?
David, you only on half the camera. There you go.
Wow. That's why that was a half comment. Go ahead, say that again. Now that you say it with your chest, so we, the Niner faithfuls, listening. Go ahead.
Do you really think you have a chance to win a game against Seattle, who you played twice, against the Rams, who you played twice this year?
Absolutely. Like I said, when we played them last year at the end of the season, had we played them healthy, we would have beat them. They faced us when we was jacked all up in that game. That's the only reason why they got that. Because when we faced them early on in the year, it was a totally different game. And the Rams, although I fear Myles Garrett because they got, he's Myles Garrett, at the end of the day, once we plug up that left guard, I don't know if it's going to be Kobe. I don't know. I don't know who it is.
How you not mentioning Aaron Donald when you say Myles Garrett? How you leaving out Aaron Donald, but you just mentioning Myles Garrett? And the fact that the Niners, your offensive line is the weakest point on your team.
Well, I am convinced that our defense, y'all keep forgetting. Let me see the camera. Y'all keep forgetting we added Greenlaw back. Y'all do know we added. Y'all know we added Debo back. So all of the blue dink and dunk passes that Purdy didn't have last year because we didn't have that kind of offense. Them dink and dunk passes is back now. So them little 2-yard passes, Debo takes them and make them 13. We didn't have that last year. He's back. And then on top of that, we got a 6'5" veteran who's only had 1 year missing 1,000 yards his entire career due to injury last year. So we going right to the big 6'5" guy. And then on top of that, Debo, and then we got a young stud that all y'all trying to put on your fantasy to draft him. We looking good. And then on top of that, let me talk about my 2 tight ends, not one. We show we got 2 tight ends with Tungus and then Kitty just got cleared. It's about to be a problem. Yes, Niners Super Bowl.
Who's stopping Puka and Adams? That's all I need to know. Because you said a lot, but who's guarding Puka and who's guarding Adams? Inquiring minds would like to know because you don't have you. I hope you're not going to say no. Lenore do what's his name? Lamador Lenore. Y'all still got him?
David, he talking about the Cowboy killer Lenore who gets a pick every time we play him. He talking about that. He talking about that Lenore. We got the tape.
Yeah, you can say Cowboy killer. You play us once. You play them twice. And from the last 2 times we done seen, y'all don't stand much of a chance against them. What I would like to know is if by some chance you think that you can split with them, so you must really think that you're going to split with Seattle also. So in your mind, you're taking both games. In real life, you're going to get swept out the building, but you're going to get beat up in Seattle. We know that already. You're going to get scored on all day in LA, so we know that. And y'all barely have good at home, and not like your home field advantage is anything so extravagant that the Rams going to go in there with Aaron Donald. And you understand they got Aaron Donald and Myles Garrett? You understand that your offensive line is trash, dog? You know that? Run blocking you great.
We got Greenlaw back. Y'all know what that linebacking core is by itself with Warner. Warner got his running mate now. All of that running on us is dead in the water. And then when you try to throw it, Greenlaw can cover your tight end. We good. And then we got y'all act like Jaden Duggan ain't there. We got young dudes that's looking nice at linebacker. Our future looking bright, man. All I got to say, Niners look real good. Yes, David, to answer your question, I feel very strongly that we can 100% split that. We getting a dub against them, both of them. We getting a dub in Seattle or in LA. It don't matter. We getting a dub. It's going to happen. We beat the Rams last year, banged up. That's how we do, man. Listen, fumble with the goal line. Kyron Williams. We end up winning the game. Let's go.
Hold on, Mark. Let me go one time. Greenlaw. Wasn't Greenlaw the guy on San Fran who quit on the team and didn't come back out to play?
No,
wasn't that him?
No, that's from Green Bay. My man, Delonte, what is his name? I can't remember his name. With the dreadlocks. Greenlaw got hurt with us in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kansas City getting too excited, jumping up and down. He tore his Achilles right after halftime. That's Greenlaw.
So listen, you got 2 linebackers, not one. 2 linebackers playing with one leg.
Now they healthy now. You better.
Oh yeah, everybody's healthy the first week, but sooner or later that leg gonna give out. Sooner or later you got to plant and go get, and then you got to come downhill and get a running back, or you got to plant to go get a tight end or wide receiver. You got to plant on one of them legs, and you got 2 linebackers, not one, 2 with one leg.
Why you always jinxing it?
Too bad you don't got D Winners.
Debo back in the building. Greenlaw back in the building.
Too bad you don't got D Winners.
Debo.
I'm good. D Winners was a backup. Remember, he was the backup he was a backup, so he was behind Greenlaw.
100 tackle backup. Led y'all in tackles this year. That's the type of backup I like. Dude will go out and get over 100 plus tackles, and then he come right to us with fresh legs. I'll take him, no problem. I think we should proceed to Philly, please.
Yes. So let me read some of these comments before we get up out of here. I gotta read some of the Niner comments from Naseem. He says, commentator, maybe not by 17, but we all know in caps the Niners are winning that game in Dallas. Now, Steve, are you taking the ball-headed bet? That's what he wants.
Ho.
That's all. I need the ball-headed bet. That's it. It's called a ball-headed bet.
I like
You
that.
stand
I
on
like
what
that.
you
He ain't gonna
say.
do it.
Ball-headed bet.
He ain't gonna do
I'll
it.
go completely bald, shave it off completely. I like going bald anyways. That don't matter to me. Bald, afro, whatever way you want it. But I want you to shave your head also. If
He
you
ain't
love
gonna
your
do it.
Niners like that.
He ain't gonna do it.
Now, Steve says Puka and Adams didn't do nothing against our third stringers defense last year. Talk facts. They act like they don't know. David know that, but he want to act like he don't know that. And I'm about to come to Philly after this. After I read these last Niner comments. Nassim says commentator doesn't like the Niners, and I understand why. We've been beating on the Cowboys for the past 5 years. Playoffs and regular season. Talk your talk, bang bang. He know that.
I hate the Niners. I don't dislike them. I hate them. I hate them. I don't like. I can't stand them. I can't stand them. So let's be clear, Nas. When you say I don't like them, nah. The dude you see on the screen right there with that hat on made sure I can't stand him.
Yeah, now Steve says, Commish, they hate us because they ain't us. The Cowboys and Raiders haven't been relevant since the 90s. No lies detected. You wish I had the button that said no lies detected. That is a fact. Let me get to Philly. Let's see what Ace said right now. Let me scroll up to Ace comment regarding Philly. He gave a little bit of details out here that I like. He said, here we go. He says, I think Philly gonna be all right. I think Hurts gonna be good this season. I'm a little worried about the O-line, but it seems we have some good backups to fill in. He says, I wanted to see what the 6'7" wide receiver Johnny Wilson was gonna do, but we cut him because he can't stay healthy. Yeah, man, he looked like he might do something, but that didn't happen. Joshua Wiro is growing and learning. If I butchered his name, forgive me. Wiro is growing and learning and looking good, so I can't wait for the season. So he putting it out there. They feel confident. AJ gone. He feels good. They ain't worried about that. They lost some of their linebackers. He ain't got no problems. He said the Philadelphia Eagles are still up there. Where do you see them falling in the division, Ace? Will it be first, second, third, fourth? Where do you got your Eagles falling? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Obviously, them Cowboys got y'all circled because they always had problems with y'all. What you say, Rich, in regards to the Eagles? How you feel about them with some of the losses? Do you feel like they got enough on the receiving side, or what's your thoughts in regards to the Eagles itself, Rich?
Like I said from the beginning, Eagles wide receivers are lightweight. You're gonna have you talking about the Cowboys, you're talking about the Giants, you're talking about Washington. Going to tee off on these guys. So the only thing you got to do is cut off the head of the snake, and that's Hurts. You get Hurts. Well, it's not even Hurts. It's Saquon. You stuff Saquon and force Hurts to do things and force him to feed these little 5'6", 140-pound wide receivers that's not going to last in the league. So Philly got problems. And they're going to have problems because, again, they started paying off all these players, and they kept doing it, and everybody kept saying sooner or later it's going to come back to bite them. Now it's biting them. All those players and under the table deals that they was doing, and now they can't hold on to all these players. Philly's going to have problems, and like I said from the beginning of this show, the Cowboys are going to be back taking over that division. And don't sleep on Washington. I got Philly third in that division, and the Giants ain't too far away from taking over Philly. So again, if Dart can stay healthy, and because they got bigger and better receivers than Philly, hey, Philly don't scare nobody no more. Before they did, but now they don't scare nobody.
I'm gonna just say this about.
Going right to you, David. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this about Philly, and I'm just saying this about that NFC East because I'm absolutely loving it this year. Outside of their division, the NFC East as a whole might take 4 losses the whole year. Their division is gonna be what beats them up. I don't think the Cowboys gonna sweep the Giants. I don't think Philly gonna sweep the Cowboys. I don't think I don't think anybody that now teams might sweep Washington, but they're not going to blow them out and embarrass them. That whole division is going to be a fight all the way down to week 17, man. And that's no knock to the Cowboys and what they have on offense, because they do on paper like have one of the best offenses in the league. The Giants are up and coming. Like, and that defense on the Giants, it was unblockable in preseason so far, man.
I like it, yo. All this big up for the Giants completely caught me off guard. I must have missed the memo, man. Go ahead, Marcus. On you. I like that, David. I like that. He said Cowboys and they Giants. Go ahead, Mark.
I'm gonna take a different approach because I think Rich said everything that I've been saying for years, and he nailed that. Because everything that's transpiring with them, they pretty much, to me, got a 2 more, maybe a year and a half Super Bowl window left. But I'm gonna just speak some facts. If we talk about the last 10 years, Philly's been dominant. Philly hasn't fallen off in a while. So I can't sit here, I can sit and dog them and all of that, but with a straight face, Philly's still formidable, man. Philly's still in my top 5. Philly's still one of those teams that you're not going to go down into Philadelphia and think you got it sweet because they're going to beat you up. Gratefully the Cowboys, we get to play them twice, so there is no fear, just a rivalry. But anybody else, they still got Barkley. They still got Smitty. They still got Jalen Hurts. They still got a massive defensive front that everybody's still overlooking that you're not going to run on. They still got nice young linebackers. I like the kid from Bama. I think is it Campbell?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's Campbell. Yeah, I like Campbell. I like Braun. I like Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean. Yeah, that's his name, right?
Yeah.
The safety. I like Mitchell on the outside. I'm saying all that to say you can't just say they're going to stink. Are they going to be better without AJ? That remains to be seen because you got a lot of slot receivers, something that reminds me of the year when they had a lot, Freddie Mitchell and a lot of with Macklin and all them small guys. So it's going to be a little bit different from what Philly's used to because they always like to have that big body on the outside. So we're gonna find out this year if Hurts is the best quarterback in the league. We're going to find that out this year. We're going to find out if Smitty is better than AJ this year. We're going to find out if Barkley can carry an offense to be able to take the pressure off of Hurts this year. Unlike their Super Bowl year where the defense dominated, you don't have that no more. So am I looking for Philly to be right in it? Of course. I'd be lying if I said I didn't think they was going to be right in it. Do I think the Cowboys at this point right now have the upper hand? Yes. Why? Because Philly is on a decline, as in being able to keep their personnel and going younger. Yeah, Barkley won't be there next year once that 30 kick in. I'm letting you know that. And I said this 4 years ago when they signed him. Barkley, when that 30 million kick in, you're gonna be hard pressed to keep Barkley. That's why they've been stashing running backs like Bigsby and homeboy, the white boy from Clemson that they didn't Shipley. They put him in there. Yeah, Shipley. I'm just, I had to jog my memory because I'm not, But all I'm saying is Philly is deep, but they have a lot of unproven players, unlike previous years on a Super Bowl run. So if they gel, Philly be right there. If they happen to, if Smitty goes down, season over with. Barkley go down, season over with. So they teetering on a line that they haven't really had in the last 5 years. And this would be to see how, matter of fact, I'm going to make a very, very, very bold statement. If Fangio don't get them to the Super Bowl or past the first round in the playoffs, not Fangio, Sirianni. No, Sirianni. Nick said their coach. If he don't get them past the first round, I guarantee you he'll be out because he's right now. I think Philly fans are ready to see a change and get something different from what they've been used to seeing. But that's just my assessment. I think Philly's still going to be there. Philly's still Super Bowl contender until proven different. And Cowboys, I look forward to playing them at their best. So having them at their best really does us the better job, because going into the playoffs, Philly Cowboys, whether it's the beginning of the year, later of the year, iron sharpen iron, but Philly will still be a good team.
I wish they would put y'all game earlier in the season, like mid-season, because it seems like they always put
First game.
season when it don't
Yo,
matter.
don't worry, Mike. I'm on TV 7 times this year. You'll get to see me more than you want to. I'm always on TV.
With Philly, it's always the end of the year where they both like lock their playoff spot or something, and then Philly don't play their starters. I'm tired of seeing that. Can we see that at like week 9, 10 instead of waiting to the end?
No, I believe, Mick, I think we got, I don't know if it's Thanksgiving or not. I think we got a big game on a holiday. It could be Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. Cowboys, Philly, one of the two. But we own prime time. If you didn't know, we on all. I think we got 7, 8. We going to Mexico this year. We about to go our second home. Yo, I don't want to talk about us too much, because once I start getting my mouth full.
Now I know what you said. Let me read this as we get ready to close this out. Coach A said, if we win the NFC title, talking about the Eagles, we are winning the bowl. He putting that out there. Bold prediction, David and Rich. And then he says, I got us going 1-1 against the Cowboys. Cowboys might take the division, but like I said, if we get in the playoffs and win the NFC, Chip, we win in the bowl. If we win the NFC, it's a wrap. That's what he's saying right now. Oh, and Cooper's playing safety this year. Going to surprise a lot of people. All day David is surprised by that. He likes Cooper's safety. Like I like Cooper's safety. Got to move him around the field. He shouldn't be stationary on the side. That's a good defensive adjustment. And then let me mute Mark Line for a second. Hey, Keynote, Hurts only lost 2 games out of the 10 when AJ wasn't on the field. So are we really gonna miss him? I don't think so. David, they only lost 2 games with him not being on the field. So
no, like I said, I don't see that being as bad as a thing as losing AJ Brown, because like with Hollywood Brown, with freaking Smitty, with the tight ends, I think the offense is going to be more open, and it's not going to be somebody demanding to get fed the ball. I think defensively, I think Philly is going to have issues, and I think it's going to be with the edge rushers. They don't have an edge rusher that's just going to stand out. Even when they signed the homeboy from Greenard from Minnesota, he's coming off of a neck injury, right? He did like they D linemen, they D ends, which is normally Philly bread and butter. The tackles keep everything in front of them, pushing the pocket so the edges collapse. They don't have those type of edges right now.
Yep.
Yo, man, I could see A was taking my kindness for a weakness. I was trying not to go out of bounds. They got nobody stopping us on defense. No, we didn't already seen what Cooper, Dijon, and Mitchell can do against CD Lamb and GP on the side. We call him GP. You call him Pickens. We call him GP. GP3 to be exact. You call him Pickens. I don't mind it. But what I'm saying to you is this defense that they gonna put on the field against us, we have the best line in the division. I have the best receivers in the division. Most likely the best running back in the division. Hands down the best quarterback in the division. And damn near the second best tight end in the division. And probably the second best coach in the division. Because I got to give Sirianni his props for being able to get them to the Super Bowl. But in the grand scheme of things, when they do play Dallas, do I expect us to sweep them? Unequivocally. No, not only do I think we're going to, I hope we play them at home so we can beat them first, so then they can go to Dallas and then we beat them there. Are we winning the division? Yes. Philly not beating us, man. It's nothing that I've seen on defense that makes me go, oh, you know what? I think we're going to have a tough time with Nolan Smith. Nobody says that going into a game. Nobody. And I've already seen my offensive line control them two fat hogs in the middle of Philly defense. We run right at them. We tire them out, make them rotate, bring them backups in, and then smash them out from in the submission.
We're going to see.
So when we talking Cowboys Philly, we'll see. I don't have to lie. I don't have to lie when the facts are the facts. Like David said, their weakest point for the first time in a long time is their defensive ends. And they have one come off a neck injury and one who's been underachieving as a first-round talent in Nolan Smith, who really can't get to the quarterback consistently. So I look for us to not only exploit that, but beat them up. Dak Prescott has a winning record against Philly, the only quarterback in our division with a winning record against Philly. You can't deny that. So I'm looking forward to this year, man.
Aaron says, yeah, Mark, but Cooper is a safety now, looking and running freely to help. And Woolen is there as well now. I'm excited to see what our defense will do. And Jalen Carter ain't forget the first face last year. And Jordan Davis getting better. We shall see.
Man, you was up 21-0 in Dallas, and we came back and beat y'all, man. We spotted you 21. So you got. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about y'all could beat us. We spotted you 21 before the half, and you ain't score a point after that. So when we talking, we talking on equal basis right now. Those two. Yes, sir.
It sounds like a bald head bet again. Another one.
No, I don't want Aaron. I don't need Aaron to get a bald head. He'll look crazy, man. He look too good with his head.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
You want that?
Nah.
The luscious locks. Listen, we are at that point we went over because we haven't been back in a while, so I gave y'all an extra half an hour. We usually about an hour and a half, but we gave you an extra half an hour because we had lock in and I had to disappear. So listen, man, final whistle. That's our final portion. I don't have enough in the chat right now, but I have to make the declaration. I'll put it up earlier next time to say, who is tonight's episode MVP? Who is it that's getting the guru status based on their facts, based on being able to just do all of the good stuff, good takes, some nice little comedy in there? If I had to decide, because I ain't got time to really get the meat and potatoes like I want. Let me see the chat real quick, see if anybody is in here. He said, this is a new year. That's from Ace. He says, already got the ball head rocking it now, so the bet wouldn't work for him. Got the ball head.
I'm at a number one, so going ball, all I need to do is pull out the shaving cream and the razor. I'll be right there with you, doggy.
So, I'm going to make the decision tonight. The man that held it down in my absence, brought facts, brought everything. David, tonight you are the MVP of Fans Club Live Show.
Yes, sir.
You are the MVP, sir, for bringing in the facts, holding it down, keeping it entertaining, man, doing what only you do. And you already know what comes with that. When you do what you do, when you make it do what it do, man, I appreciate you always for holding it down, man. Appreciate you. Let me make sure I get that bad boy in there right there. Let me see if I get it.
You have reached Guru status.
Get that man his guru status for doing.
Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. How could he get guru status when the season didn't even start yet?
Because he
get guru status once whatever he says comes true during the season. You can't give him guru status now.
Hey, at least the Raider won guru status. I will give it to you too, Rich. So both Raiders get guru status today.
I don't want it. I want to wait for the season to start to see what we talked about actually happens.
David broke that. David held it down in my
He did. I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, David is turning around because I'm watching him and he's going on his computer getting Google stats. He ain't getting Google stats, he's getting Google stats.
Google status. He get
Google status. It ain't
Google status. Wow, David.
On his laptop.
Wow,
you can't
David.
be mad at me Rich, you can't be mad at me for multitasking. That's just a good skill to have while we're doing a live show.
I'm not.
If I can look
just-
at the camera,
even-
still answer questions, still type up 10
Even though I got my,
yards.
even though I got my shades on, David, I'm watching you. I'm watching you.
He ended up with guru status. He deserves it. He
hold on,
held it
Mike.
down,
Hold
man.
on, Mike. You just said who kept the show entertained, made it fun. I think I deserve. Nah, I'm just joking.
Yo, he said, hold up. He said, see, he did a Kanye. He said, look. I know you won this award and all, Taylor, but look, Beyonce had the best album. No, he went and did that on David just now by saying, David, Google status. David, let me find out. Google status is what I got to change it to.
You gotta change it for David, bro, because he's always on that laptop.
Next to it, I gave MVP of the episode. Ace co-signed what I said. Ace said MVP was David. He held it down, and he had some good takes, minus the Eagles combo and the Jets black quarterback talk. He gave it to David. He said David did anything an analyst would do, which is Google status. Go say, gotta pull it up. I ain't pulling it.
See that?
No, but David, listen, man, way to hold it down. Last minute, told him I had to jump off real quick. So, gentlemen, great show. Welcome back. While we're in between, our usual games and all of that type of stuff, we obviously, in case y'all didn't know, we've always been a sports podcast. So we back in the building. NFL is here. We're gonna be multitasking. You'll see a little bit of this. You'll see a little bit of games. You'll see a lot of stuff. Fans Club live shows out here. We are out here and we are in the building. So make sure y'all do us a favor. If you like what you see, follow us on Discord, Twitch, Facebook, Kick, YouTube, wherever you are social, we are social as well. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Fans Club live show for the fans, by the fans. Salute to our MVP of tonight's episode, Google status. David, way to hold it down.
Yo, hey, I want to reach out to Lamar, Solo, and everybody, Steve, and everybody else who's a member of this show. Bring your butt back out here and let's go. We miss you. We love you. Come back out and make the show the show.
Listen, man.
Hey, also, Nas, you're more than welcome to participate. Anybody in the sound of my voice, you're more than willing to participate.
No, we're not doing that. Nah, Mark, we're not doing that. There's not anybody in the sound of your voice, not anybody and everybody.
Well, let me rephrase that. Make sure you know what you're talking about, or at least have a good understanding to be able to hold a conversation. That's all. We just like everybody else, man. We fans of the game. We love watching the game. We just give our input. Is it professional? In our own minds, it is, because it's our own opinion. So you can take it with a grain of salt, or you can take it, take it home, whatever you want to do with it. But we're here to just give some entertaining content to whatever's going on. That's all. Just like the Niners, just like the 49ers owner. And entertaining content.
Hey, Mark, listen, Saturday night, 8:00, we got a fantasy draft going on where 16 of us are going to make some fantasy picks. We're going to see which one of us really knows the game, really knows players out there, because after round 3, you got to know your stuff, because you're going to sit there and you could throw your whole season away because you don't know what you're doing, or you could bring home a big championship trophy, unlike somebody named Underdog who had to cheat to get his trophy. There you go. He had to cheat and do some underhanded stuff during the season, and look what he got as a reward.
Mike, you get Google status. Google status.
Well, they know about trophy out here. Listen, all I gotta say is no collusion this year. Fantasy football is gonna be in full effect. What time is it? Saturday. What time?
8:00. 8:00.
Saturday at 8 p.m. For those that's not on the East Coast. Saturday 8. I'm gonna put it on the screen so y'all can see it real quick. Fantasy football draft. If you're a part of the Fantasy Football League led by David himself with the Commissioner Mark, Fantasy Football Draft this Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not going to be able to do it, you might want to put it on auto draft or whatever. But if not, I don't want to hear nothing about me stealing your free agents. I want y'all accepting my trade. I don't want no collusion from Rich and the rest of the guys. Rich, Terrence, and David occasionally shutting down my draft or shutting down my trades. Let me be great. Can I be fantasy and repeat and get my trophy again? Let's go.
I talked to next year's commissioner and waiting Commissioner Rich, and Rich said that because of what you did last year, that you won't be able to get a franchise player going into 2027. So we looking forward to you just driving regular while we all get a franchise player, Mike. And good thing Rich don't sit and take cheating lightly, and he's waiting on his turn.
Yo,
Rich is the commissioner next year. Oh God.
Rich,
It's gonna be the best fantasy ever.
Kick off because he's going to play the whole.
Rich commissioner, I'm assistant commissioner next year.
Rich better answer his phone for every call if he gonna be the commissioner. That's all I'm saying.
He's gonna adjust all of the stuff for his profile.
It's already set up. We get out of here. But anyway, hey, we're gonna have a lot of fun this year. We're gonna do it again next year. This is 5-year fantasy going on with us, and it's always great and getting better and better. This year, I want to welcome Tank. I want to welcome Ricky. I want to welcome all the new owners and head coaches. Welcome to fantasy football. You're gonna guarantee to have fun. You better pay attention every week, because if you don't, you're gonna have issues and problems. I promise you. So you better pay attention to every one of these games. You better look at the injury report. You better look at stats and everything else, and you better look at your free agents, because there's gonna be a lot of free agents. And if you don't do your homework, don't get mad at nobody but yourself.
I'm glad you said that, because I don't want to hear no.
Hey, Rich, you better mention we're in the IDP league, because people might think we just be picking regular defenses where we pick the whole defense, individual players.
Oh, yeah, individual players. We don't pick a defense. We pick players. So, again, you got every player in the NFL to pick. You got 2 defensive line. You got 2 linebackers. You got 2, either a corner or safety, or 2 safeties or 2 corners. But that's on you. You go pick your players you want, who you think is going to bring home that big trophy right there. And thanks to David, every year he comes bigger and better every year with a different trophy.
And the cash prize, Rich. And the cash prize.
I'm just saying, Mike, I love that trophy, but the trophy for this year takes the cake. I already have it lined up. To where I can design it. I'm just waiting for the winner. Like,
David, you got my address?
Bigger and better every year, I promise you.
Dave, you got my address?
Table to fit it. I'm gonna have to get another table that fit that second trophy.
David, I told you I want that table.
Listen, let me give it to our MVP of the night to close it out. Go ahead, sir. It's on you.
Hey, I just want to say thanks. Glad to be back. I hope everybody is focused on all sports. It's not just football. It's the NBA. It's track and field. Not really no baseball. Not really no baseball. But if you know your stuff and you know that you can talk sports, just come on and be a part of the show. And if you don't know it, but you like to see a good time and have people give you real insight, like and subscribe. It's that simple. So thank y'all so much. Appreciate you for having me on board, Mike.
Listen, always, man. Listen, y'all that want to be on the show, that's part of the general Discord. I got to vet you out. I got to make sure you know your stuff. I don't want you getting on here and not knowing your stuff. It just makes it awkward. I need you to know your stuff, because I might hit you with a random question. This is only week 1. As we get more in depth, I want names. I want scenarios. I want insight. This is for the fans, by the fans. Y'all see Fans Club Live Show. For the fans, by the fans, the perspective from the fans. Shout out again to our MVP of the episode tonight. Google status all day long. Rich hating on him. Let him be great, Rich. Let him be great. Fans Club Live Show. For the fans, by the fans. Y'all know what it is. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll be in touch with y'all. Gamers, we already know. I ain't forget you. But we got to do what we got to do. We out here multitasking. Y'all hear the commentator. Y'all see us. We outside. Let's go, Fans
Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. This is Fans Club Live. Welcome to this is Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to this is Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. We're a couple melodramatic guys, troll each other over fanfare. Everything is not high fives. At last, it's not scripted. No set caster, you spit facts or trash. You can get muted or booted. You might even get called out or have to sit on the couch, not because of doubt, but for lacking knowledge of your team. Clash of the Fans Club, that's a touchy segment, but the theme is to test your knowledge over live stream. Fan club debaters, even the moderator can be perceived as a moderate hater. An hour or two later with football, basketball, and music. Aficionados, as we profess the athletic bravado of your favorite you want to see thrive, even with gamers playing head-to-head live. Some of our basis to be haters is bias, out of sheer alliance of our teams we want to see thrive. Let's see if you can survive the cinematic theatrics of Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. This is Fans Club Live. Welcome to this is Fans Club Live. Welcome to Fans Club Live. Welcome to this is